There we go.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday night, regularly scheduled Hostilities with your host, Chuck Winchester, with your host, Yvonne DeBoard, and still the reigning, defending, texting champion of the world.
We know how busy he is.
It's been he's got promotions to do. I get it.
I'm trying to.
I'm just fucking
it doesn't even pop up in my notifications no more to where I can just click and share.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go find it, log in as myself.
We know you're a busy champion. We get it. We know you're a busy champion.
He's got promotions, he's got morning shows. You know, we get it. Josh DeBoard, what's going on, fellas and ladies? How we all doing?
Good.
Not much.
Is your shoulder getting sore over there, holding that belt up?
You don't have to worry about
almost
that.
been a year. It gets old after 35 times. So you're obviously not. You had it for 18 seconds.
Shut up.
Stop.
So you got a pretty busy week this past week. It is the go home show. That's not right. The go home show before WrestleMania Backlash.
Right. Yeah.
So predictions night. RSH title on the line.
Yep.
Which means Chuck Winchester, not Yvonne DeBoard, is getting that belt 1 week from right now, Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will see that golden RSH belt right here. Because
it's going to be on this side somewhere.
That belt only comes in one size.
Oh, stop it.
And that size
You knew that was coming.
is Chuck.
I don't have a catch thing like
Winchester.
you guys
I'm going to
have,
quit
so
sharing to save the people from this shit.
I don't have no catchphrase like you guys do.
You should.
I don't have
Get a
one.
catchphrase.
I just shared this to an NFL group. I'm going to get pissed off.
Well, with the Fox deal with WWE, that kind of makes sense, actually, because they share commercials with each other and stuff. We should share it to some NASCAR pages, too, because they're all like one big unity now, right? I mean, that's what they do. Like, Smackdown did throwback Smackdown because NASCAR did throwback NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they did.
All right, we're good.
Fox does that kind of stuff.
Are you being busy?
Shut up. WrestleMania Backlash, the show they had to
No,
call.
he's a women hater.
I
Jesus.
know, he is.
Fuck him. WrestleMania Backlash, the pay-per-view, they had a name, WrestleMania Backlash, so the idiots that just got Peacock understand that it's a WWE production.
That's true.
I was like how they just totally spoon-feed it to you.
They did.
It's still WrestleMania Backlash.
But with a different word.
They have to, they have to teach their new fan base.
Yeah.
The
It's
most
unreal.
watched WrestleMania of all time. They got to throw WrestleMania on there. It's a hot hashtag.
I hope the next one is WrestleMania.
Money in the Bank.
Extreme
after
Rules.
WrestleMania. Money in the Bank.
WrestleManias.
They don't want people to get confused. They have to have that in there.
Basically, we have WrestleMania every month this year. That's how it's going to be.
Yep.
Oh, real quick. Good news, guys. Good news for at least the people of Ohio, not the Canadian crew.
Yeah.
But come May 2nd, they are lifting the COVID bans.
Yep.
No more mask, no more social distancing, no more capacity limits,
Right.
which means that potentially WWE live events could come back to Ohio. July.
Is it
July.
Hell yeah.
So that broke about an hour ago.
Nice.
WWE plans
Excited, man.
to have fans back in July.
Awesome.
So if they come to Cincinnati, Ohio, if they come to Dayton, Ohio, we're going to be there.
Yep.
If my new job gets pissed off, I'll tell them to fuck off. Like, I've been waiting for wrestling for like 2 years now,
I can't
and I'm
wait.
going.
Oh, yeah, man.
Because I'll be third shift, but
Imagine the first back live show since COVID.
I'm literally getting goosebumps just thinking about
I know.
whoever the first if the first goddamn entrance is Charlotte, I'm gonna fucking wish COVID comes back. Like, the first live event I'm seeing is not gonna be a Raw.
Yeah.
If it's Raw, I'm not going.
That's probably a good call.
Raw sucks.
It has. It's.
I appreciate you, Joe. Joe from Working Fans. You can catch them last night. I talked shit about his Cody Rhodes shirt because you should definitely not wear that.
Joe,
Well,
I
people are hating
got
Roses,
one.
though.
I
You
got
shouldn't
one
wear
too.
that on TV, dude. He's getting a lot of hate right now. He cut some kind of patriotic promo
He did. He
that
did.
everybody
Against
fucking-
England?
that everybody hated.
It was
what?
really.
It actually
it
got
was
the
long.
anti-US guy
Yeah.
over as
Oh,
a baby
man.
face. So now Cody just accidentally went heel.
Well, he's been doing that. Like, he's been a heel character for a long
Mhm.
time, cheating to win and shit, but he's still
Mhm.
playing babyface. Doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah.
Because he's a big ass bitch baby.
and what are you talking shit about the UK for? It's not
Right.
1700s.
Well, that's where that guy he's feuding was from.
I mean, I like to talk shit about the UK. Don't get me wrong; it's fun, but but to be serious about it,
Yeah. He
All right.
is crazy. Yeah.
It was a busy week. SmackDown was really good.
Yeah.
We had a.
I enjoyed Raw this week too.
Oh boy.
Granted, I was drunk when I watched it,
I was not.
but
I was not.
You have to be these days.
Right to enjoy it. Yeah, that's pretty
SmackDown.
sad.
So we finally got Jimmy back. which we'll get to in a second. So Cesaro beat Seth Rollins.
Yep.
He will challenge Roman Reigns. We figured he would. Jimmy got involved and interfered, which inadvertently screwed Seth, which led to an interesting backstage exchange between Roman and Seth.
It was the first time they interchanged since they've both been
Since the
back.
Shield's been split, right?
Yeah.
They split and they just went their separate.
Well,
Seth stayed on Raw. Roman went to SmackDown.
Sure.
And
And they were both gone for a while. Reigns
Yeah.
COVID, Rollins had a kid, and then they came
Yeah.
back as heel characters. And this is the first time
they've
they
done a good-
interacted.
They've done a good job keeping each other.
They have,
keeping
Sure.
them apart. I don't want to see them teaming up or feuding anytime soon.
Agreed. But a feud down the line could be fucking golden. Down the line. Not now, but
Yeah.
down the line.
Yeah, I'm talking like next year. Like I don't want to see them anywhere near each other for a while.
And then when it happens, Rollins has to build himself back
Just
up.
save it for the inevitable time when they fucking move Roman back over to Raw. You know, Raw sucks. They're going to put him there. It'll help
Absolutely, yeah,
rating-wise, but
absolutely. Put Roman
it's
there.
going to.
Yeah.
That's why SmackDown's been so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Cesaro, Roman, he's getting his shot. We're doing predictions later. I already know all three of our predictions for this, but what percent do you give him to win? And do you
Cesaro?
with Jimmy back and he's kind of playing this "I'm not your bitch" thing? Do
Yeah.
you think there's a chance the Usos turn on Roman?
0% chance that Cesaro wins. 0.
Damn, I give him 5.
Nah, it ain't happening. I mean, there's just no way. I want him to. I would love it for it to happen, but there's just
It's
no
just
way
not.
that Roman Reigns' first loss is going to be to Cesaro. It's just not going to happen. I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it for if the Usos turned, but if they do turn, you have to think long-term storytelling. They're not. That's not happening.
I don't think they're turning. I think they're going to get the tag belts.
I think Jimmy's going to join the family
I think they're going to run that
Mhm.
show for a while.
I think they are too.
for sure. And then they're going to be like, yeah, I'm the head of the table, and I have these twin guys who do my bidding for me.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Putty Patrol and Power Rangers. They look identical and they do the bidding.
Mhm. Right. Yeah.
So very similar to that. And then
Yeah.
and that's going to lead to the inevitable Rock comes up. And Reigns may lose it before Rock,
Right.
but it's not going to be at Backlash.
It's going to be challenging for him to keep it for,
Right,
for
yeah.
years. Because
Right.
at that point, it'll be fucking
It's gonna be
years.
who's gonna take it.
But at this point, it's not going to be at Backlash in 2021.
No, absolutely not.
So
I would like to see Cesaro win. I know we all want to, but you got to think Seth Rollins can play a play in this, interfering, costing him because he just costed him, or just their feud.
Yeah, I think
Jimmy, there's so much.
Seth is a big one.
Seth is.
Could Seth? There's
Down
a
the
lot
line.
of moving parts here.
Yeah.
Seth would be believable, and
Okay.
that would be a feud that would be
Mhm.
believable.
I
Poor
think, let me
Cesaro.
pull up our. So, also confident we all had Roman.
Yeah.
I put us down as all having
It's
Roman
sad.
before I even asked.
Yeah, we all got Roman.
Cesaro will have a strong showing. He'll probably
Sure.
lose by crook.
Sure,
He probably won't lose clean.
it'll be a believable
And I
loss.
feel like this feud's not over yet.
Sure, no,
It's
they'll
not,
drag that shit out. Absolutely, and that's the thing. It's not going to be a one and done match.
No,
Cesaro's
this
still
is-
in the
it's
main
gonna
line,
drag
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna drag.
And
It's
us.
he's
a
gonna
money
be-
in the bank match.
Yep.
and he'll prove that he could have won, but bullshit happens. Just like when Daniel Bryan bullshit kept happening, it's going to be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But that's how heels work. They cheat to win.
I feel like
Yeah, they do.
I feel like Edge and Roman's going to be SummerSlam.
Yeah. When's that coming back?
I know. We have
He's
Mr. I'm not going to be a part-time after WrestleMania.
He's chilling.
he's been part time the whole fucking time.
I know.
He's just.
He's chilling right now.
Chilling,
He'll come
okay.
back around SummerSlam.
He's the next Brock
I love.
Lesnar.
It'd be funny if he came back and won Money in the Bank the same way Brock did. Like you have like somebody, a young upstart like Ricochet has his hands on the briefcase and you think you know me hits
Yeah.
and he just comes out and like what the fuck.
Yeah.
I would like it because he's done it twice before.
Yeah.
So
I think
it plays into his
it's
character.
funny that somebody posted the video of Brock with the briefcase with Ali was on top of the ladder with the briefcase and
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
commented, it's like, why the fuck did he just not pull it down instead of sitting there
Every time.
staring at him? Like he could have just been like, fuck you, Brock.
Yep.
No, he sits there like,
You know,
and then
that happens in his history of wrestling. That always happens. Just do it real quick. You know, they'll be going for. I remember one time when The Rock fought the New Age Outlaws in a handicap match, and he went to pin Billy Gunn, but then somebody's music hits, and The Rock stopped the pin. I was thinking about the same thing. We'll just pin him real fast. So, and that's that's how wrestling works.
Mhm.
I've always thought it'd be hilarious if one time they just do that. Like if somebody just
Yeah.
does just pull that shit down, and like the whole, and then that guy's pissed. You know, that's
Right.
another angle they could do sometime.
yeah, they should,
Yeah.
but they lack logic.
Yeah, they go for that. I mean, some of these spots we watched for 20 years, you got to mix it up. And some of these spots
Yeah.
they're kind of annoying. And with Money in the Bank pulling that shit down would be hilarious if somebody just did it real
I
fast.
guess they'll do Money in the Bank normal again this year, then, right? Because last year was the corporate shit, which
Yeah.
was pretty good.
It was all right, but I don't want to see it twice.
No, it shouldn't be done unless
Right.
we have another COVID.
Sure.
Right.
They should just film it in Ohio because by then, lifted.
Absolutely.
Fucking Archie's gonna be trapped forever.
Poor Archie.
Fucking Canada's always a mess. It's just
Right.
a little bit
Yeah.
worse right
I
now.
mean, the cool thing about hockey, though, is,
Nothing.
it's, well, because they're all padded up and nobody really watches anyway. So it doesn't matter if there's a
True.
crowd there or not because there's never a crowd there. So, like,
Yeah, like the Maple Leafs are playing the Canadians. So, like, I find that fucked up. Like, aren't they all Canadians?
wait,
Like,
the Canadians is actually a team name.
yeah.
I'd be like the Denver Broncos versus the New Jersey Americans.
Yeah, like, they ran out of shit to say.
Ran out of names, didn't they? Team
Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, man.
Like,
names.
wow.
I've always thought the same thing. I know this is coincidence, but even the Patriots always kind of made me laugh. It's like they love America, fuck everybody else. We all hate America, and every other team hates America. It's funny to me, and which
That
makes
is funny.
with Massachusetts it makes sense. It just made me laugh.
The Canadians thing does not make sense.
It does not at all. At least Patriots are a certain kind of group of
It's
people.
like New England, white men. Like, no. Like, you specified
Oh
a
my
genre of
gosh.
person.
right?
my
what
God.
what
I think
city?
Washington Redskins was offensive.
Yeah.
Washington Mexicans. Like, that's what they're doing in Canada.
That's a good point. The
Like-
Canadians. What city are the Canadians in? Do you know?
Montreal.
Is that their capital?
That's their team.
The
Only
main
things I
thing.
know about Canada is Archie's lives there. They can't take care of COVID properly.
Nope.
Hockey sucks,
Okay.
and Bieber needs to go back.
I agree with that.
And that's
I
about
agree
it.
too.
I agree with that. I did go there once. I went to Windsor, and
You saw Weezer there.
I went to the Windsor
Oh.
city,
I was about to say Weezer.
and I
I just lost respect for them going to Canada.
and while in Windsor, I learned that Canada also has shitty drug areas that the U.S. has as well. But that's a different story. But
So
it's
they don't even have good drugs. up
just
there?
as ghetto as the U.S. But like more in the 90s though. Like I feel like Canada is like 10 years America. Like, and I was there in 2007. It seemed very much like America in 1997, if that makes sense. So they're just 10 years behind what we're doing. Their McDonald's still looked like 1997 McDonald's. it was weird. But
Hey, so maybe a reason we haven't seen a lot of Bray Wyatt. This is interesting. So Bray,
yeah, I was actually going to bring this up.
Yeah.
Mental health.
I just
I
seen it.
dig it.
Yeah. So with Harper dying,
Yep.
Brody Lee, whatever you want to call him,
Yep. So
that was like his best friend.
Best
so
friend.
he was gone for a while after he
Yeah.
got burned alive. So we figured
he got
selling.
burnt twice.
So
Yep. Sure did.
he's dealing with some mental stuff.
Sure.
All fair.
And he
So-
agreed to come back for WrestleMania. He did it. He was actually supposed to win that feud, but they decided he still needs to take
Well,
more time
if he
off.
needed more, it makes sense not
Sure.
to put.
No,
him
I agree.
over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad bitching about that.
Nope.
That
No
was
one's
one of my biggest pet peeves about WrestleMania was Bray losing.
sure. And I get that. But then, I saw that. That made me so happy because finally people are taking mental health seriously
Yeah.
and giving people what they need to do. So the fact that he is taking
He's
time
gonna-
off for his
he's-
mental health, yes.
He'll be back better than
Yes.
ever too. He'll get
Absolutely.
refreshed. He'll be gone for a while. So when he comes back, they have to find some epic fucking things for him.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully that starts a trend with like everybody else, because especially with those guys on the road all the time. Well, maybe
Yeah.
not so much now with COVID, but like they get burnt out so quick. It's
Yeah.
so easy to, like,
yeah, and it's good to give them some time off now
sure.
because when they do because they're going to hit the road again. They haven't been on the road for a year and a
Although
half.
they're running, yeah.
So they'll be back July. Like, I don't know how many house shows they're going to do because they were losing a lot of money with them before.
Yeah, they never made money.
I enjoy them, but that's because we could drive 15 minutes down the street, see it, come back.
In
and
my opinion, house shows, and the wrestlers agree, house shows are more fun than TV shows.
they are, and that's where they build the chemistry and stuff.
Sure.
So right now they're
Yeah.
throwing people together on TV and like hoping.
See what happens. Even with
Sticks.
Jericho, he came back there when he first came back in like 2015.
He
was
just
only
worked-
doing
yeah,
house
he
shows.
only did house shows.
Yep, just for the fun of it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a lot funner, interactive with the fans. Vince don't give a shit what you do. Listen, Roman better not go out there and lose to fucking Zack Ryder, but they better not do nothing crazy.
Well, he's not going to AEW house shows.
No, I'm just saying, like back when they had house
Just
shows,
kidding.
like you don't do what you want, have fun, interact with the fans. Just I don't want to see.
Well, they still never really broke character. Like Reigns wouldn't be out there being a good guy.
No.
Well, no, I just mean like don't. You could do it like Vince isn't going to like tie down what you do at live events. Like he'll let the other people run it.
Yeah, house
But
shows.
he doesn't want to see on the internet fucking Roman Reigns loses WWE
No,
title
that-
with fucking
No, very seldom house
Who's
shows.
somebody terrible.
On SmackDown. Let's see.
I mean, there's a lot of people.
I like SmackDown though.
But the
Otis went
Otis,
over
yeah.
Roman. It's like Vince was like, what the fuck? I guess I have to manage house shows too.
Yeah, there's one of those things like with house shows. One, they're not really considered canon to the TV storylines.
No,
So
they don't.
But then two, you can't be too ridiculous. But I do remember I was at a house show in 2010 and I saw John Cena and Randy Orton shake hands. So that's pretty cool. That's back when they were really feuding, but it was like right after their feud. So I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, they're not really continuity. But these days with cell phones, you got to be careful.
Yeah, everybody gets a picture or video.
Yep, for sure. Bless you. Shit, COVID.
I just broke the fourth wall.
COVID.
Holy shit.
COVID 2021.
Wait. Zelina Vega is coming back to WWE.
I saw earlier that it's a possibility. It's not a set in stone.
First she was released, now she's back.
She visited the Performance Center May 13th. She was just out there for a visit. She filmed a vignette there. Rumors are she could be teaming up with husband Aleister Black.
That'd be cool.
Oh boy.
I like that.
All right. So thoughts on this? Because
I love it.
I'm just going to
I
go
like
ahead
it.
and say
Yeah.
I had no clue this was going to be like.
I didn't either.
It was
Earlier.
a terrible breakup here. She got pissed, yelled at Vince, "Fuck you." He fired her.
You don't care.
That was stupid.
He's probably like, she's still super hot.
Hey, dude, as long
She'll
as
be great with Aleister too.
and Vince
Yeah.
understands that was public, and he's like, oh, if she comes back, people want to see what happens. So Vince, as far as I can tell, and I think a lot of wrestlers will agree with you, if they will make him money, he'll give a shit. And
No,
Kurt
it's
Angle punched him in the one.
Well, now WWE has their own Twitch thing, so she can stream through there, and she'll get paid from that because they
still not make as much as she could without that. But anyway,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I apologize for not wanting you to be, in a G string when we're fucking family.
Yeah.
We're on you like
That's
we're not
true.
fucking Pornhub. But anyway, I digress.
I like
Um,
that. That'd be good for both
fucking-
of them.
Now, a show that some porn would help it is Raw.
Yeah.
hence the
Pun-
name.
pun intended.
Yes.
So let's segue into
Raw needs anything.
the greatest transition ever, Alexa Bliss. So she came out with Lily. She's watching on the swing. She gave Shayna Baszler, I don't know, that cramp in her leg or whatever, had him lose. She's targeting someone.
In that ring.
I tend to think it's Ripley because Ripley's the one that threw her out of the
Yeah.
Rumble before she could transform into her shit, if you remember.
Yeah, she
I
did.
guess.
She never did
Um,
nothing.
I'm hoping it's Charlotte.
Of course you are.
They panned on Charlotte a
Of
lot.
course you are.
I think that's because they're going to put the strap back on her again.
Yeah. I noticed with the camera angles, they focused on Charlotte staring at Alexa
They did.
a
I
lot.
noticed that too.
Denise would tune in for some raw porn.
Yeah, man, who doesn't like raw porn?
It's
That's
very-
I
probably
mean,
better than raw.
I don't always watch porn, but when I do, it's raw.
Yeah. well.
So
So she's targeting anybody in that ring. So
Well, who do you think she's targeting? Because the hints are the color red.
Okay.
nah.
That doesn't really.
No.
We
We
That's
initially thought it was Sonya,
the color red.
Eva Marie.
The bitch, she's coming back. They're showing vignettes.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Evolution.
because we all
is what they
remember
call
how
it.
great the Total Diva show was back in 2014.
I don't remember.
I watched it. It
She's
wasn't,
very
it
hot.
wasn't that
She's-
good.
WWE just brought back two of the sexiest women.
Oh my
Period.
gosh.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not
listen.
most
the
girls.
reason, the Attitude Era worked, half naked women. So it'll work in
Yeah.
2021.
That were because of Stone Cold and The Rock.
No.
they
The
were
fucking
they were
pu-
mostly naked.
Oh,
Listen.
good
To be
Lord.
fair, they were naked.
Trish and Tori Wilson and all that shit.
Well,
and her dead
Trish,
dad and all that
Trish and
stuff.
Lita was the big ones, but
Edge having sex on air.
no, that was post Attitude Era. That was
Hey, listen. it
06,
works.
dog.
I can't believe Zelina's coming back.
That's
That
cool.
Yeah.
really caught me off guard. I thought it was one of those
Yeah.
bullshit reports.
Good for her. I've always.
You can tell I've been
always liked
busy
her
at work
too.
today for once. I haven't been able to read all the dirt sheets.
I saw that. I was like, whatever. I don't really care. It's fun. I'm not surprised. Because Vince doesn't hold grudges when it comes to making money. So that's cool, which is a good thing. That's why he's a billionaire. So
Yeah.
Do you think Alexa can go after Asuka because they did fight before?
No, I think that's
Not-
they
no-
already
no
milked
more
out
Oscar.
for as much as they
All right,
can.
anybody in that ring? Let's see.
Chuck texted me yesterday and he's like,
Mhm.
Alexa finally getting back with the women's division.
yeah.
It's about time.
It's time.
The Raw women's
I
needs
think
it.
people forget how good she was,
She
especially
was,
busting
yeah.
onto the scene. She won both titles right away. She was the first to win both
Yep, she
or
was.
hold both.
Mhm.
She
She
used
won
to
the
wear
tag
those little
titles.
shoulderless shirts.
Didn't she win the tag titles last year at Mania, or they had?
I don't remember.
No, I think Bailey and Banks kept them.
Yeah.
But her and Nikki had them for a
They
little
had
while.
him for a
Yeah.
while.
So it's much needed, and here it is. It adds some intrigue to Raw, which is sorely lacking right now.
Color red, man, that's tough.
So we thought it was Sonya, could be Eva Marie, but she goes out in the match where you have Baszler,
Bunch
Jax, Ripley, Asuka. You have tons of Charlotte. You have tons of people out there, so they're pretty much just trying to keep us guessing.
I'm thinking Charlotte, maybe.
It could be Nia. Because they used to be friends back in the day.
And she
It could be Charlotte because Charlotte's the one that took the strap off her in 2017.
Yeah, because she digs up in the past.
And they have like history.
Facts.
They have history.
Sure. So the camera angle pointed at Charlotte a lot, but it does that.
Yeah,
anyways,
I noticed that
she's
too.
Charlotte.
I noticed. I'm like, that's Josh. We know it's Josh watching Charlotte on the camera.
It's like it doesn't need anybody.
I think
else.
it's in her contract that whenever I'm in the ring, you point the camera at me most of the time.
I think it's going to be Charlotte, Ripley, maybe. I'm going towards Charlotte, maybe. I don't know.
All right. So
And also, maybe they don't know yet. Maybe they're just hitting and seeing
to
what
tease
sticks.
everybody.
keep this in mind for when we predict the
It
triple
could be
threat
that.
match. Because we'll go back to this.
Sure.
Oh,
Because we'll have to, because there might be a connection between does Alexa get involved in that triple threat.
Sure.
That's a good
Because
point. Yeah.
all three women now it's in the triple threat.
Was in that ring.
Was in that ring. She
Yeah.
was just
Mhm.
coming out there.
So maybe she'll come out during the triple threat and they'll narrow
just
it
start
down.
swinging. Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
All right, to another. So we'll end with a negative, but we're going to stay on the positive swing.
Negative.
RK Bro continues to make money.
Absolutely.
Their merch needs to just come out when my birthday's coming up. So then people are like, people keep messaging me like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Beer,
Sure.
anything Taylor Swift,
Oh,
or
God.
cash,
Cash.
PayPal."
Don't you have enough Taylor
I'm
Swift
blocked
stuff
off Cash App. So
or any wrestling?
don't
items?
ask.
How do you get blocked on Cash App?
Using cash inappropriately.
How do you use
Long
cash
story.
inappropriately?
Don't want. I
Long
don't
story.
with you. I don't
Cash
want
App,
any.
I'm not allowed to have a Cash App account. I've been blocked from the app.
I need to know how you use
I'm
cash
not- I'm
inappropriately.
That's not a
surprised
conversation
he
we
did.
have on air. I don't care if there's one person or 90 people watching. Never.
I'm not surprised that you do.
My birthday,
it's
May
nice.
22nd,
Interesting.
next Thursday. Last our chase before I'm old as fuck. Cash.
How are you
Taylor
gonna be?
Swift, or beer? 31.
Fuck this guy.
This is like 30/31
I'm
because we
33.
partied kind
Old as
of hard
fuck.
last year, but we weren't allowed to leave our homes. So
Yeah, we did party
this is
last
going to be
year.
the first birthday like I'm allowed to leave.
Fair enough.
So, RK Bro, if this merch comes out,
I want their merch. Too.
extra large,
Oh, merch is coming out.
any shirt,
Jeez.
preferably come out this week, but whatever.
It ain't
Dude,
gonna
I
happen.
laughed fucking hard when they were backstage talking with New Day, and Raymond and Orton was like, "You know what I find funny? Killing legends, kick people in the head, blah blah blah." And then Riddle looks at him, "Madman."
Is it?
He's so subtle too. He's like, bro,
Madman.
remember when you got hit with that was so funny. You have to admit it's funny, bro.
Yeah.
Madman. That
You know,
cracked me
when
up.
when Orton RKO's New Day, he goes, "Bro, this is why we're never gonna be friends."
He just looks at him.
Orton's just like,
And it's so good though, because like that works. Like, you
Yeah.
know, he RKO'd the New Day after the match when they do a tag
He
team,
did.
and he stares at Riddle and walks away. It's like that makes sense. It's like I dig it.
And Orton's so sweet. He likes to kick people in
yeah,
the
because I was
skull.
sitting there and I
he's
was
so
like, man,
sweet.
don't play. Then he RKO's Xavier and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him shake New Day's
I know,
hand.
like,
no,
Kofi-
absolutely not.
that doesn't
Kofi-
fit Randy Orton.
No,
Kofi
absolutely
hugged
not.
Randy, and that kind of annoyed me. It's like, no, you guys have had two big feuds. You're not hugging.
Like,
him.
you have heat.
Even if you,
They had legit
they
backstage
did, and
with
even
each other.
and we
They
know
did.
that. And even if you know you were a tag team for a night, that still doesn't warrant a hug after the
Right.
match. You're still gonna be like, fuck this guy a little bit. But nope, Randy goes for the hug. I'm like, here comes the RKO.
Yeah.
Because that ain't happening.
I really, really enjoy those two together.
I
Yeah,
do. I
dude.
do too.
It's awesome.
And
I do too.
I'm not going to be the guy that says
It's
I
awesome.
didn't think it would work. As soon as they put them together,
It's working.
I said to her, "This is going to be
It's
fun. It's
working.
going to
Yep,
fucking
it's
work."
working.
Their weight, Randy's too good.
Yeah.
You could literally, outside of Legacy, which I
It's
feel like
terrible.
Cody and Ted were rushed into that.
Sure.
Way too fucking
Sure.
soon. Everything
It
Orton's
was
been a
terrible.
part of, tag team wise, has been fucking money.
Yep.
Rated RKO was great.
Sure.
Evolution was amazing.
Yep.
Everything he's been a part of with
Well, the dude's talented as fuck.
like the way he just carries himself, the mannerisms, like we talk about in his ring work,
Sure.
Mhm.
like the way he sells.
He does.
He can him and Riddle. This shit's got to go all year.
When Randy,
This shit has to
Yeah.
go.
It has to.
My bolt next year at Mania. It's gonna be Orton versus Riddle.
oh sure, good.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna team up most of the year.
Mhm.
One of them, Riddle's gonna throw Randy out of the Royal Rumble. Randy's gonna get pissed. and then that's when the kind of the shit will
tension's
start
gonna
hitting.
happen.
I think
Mhm.
the way they're booking Riddle, do you not think he's going to be like the next big fucking thing?
Yeah.
He might be the best thing to come from NXT. It's actually going to get a push.
Yeah.
He could be. Like
could
the,
be.
the thing with Randy Orton first, before we get too far within the riddle, when Randy Orton, when his head is clear and when he's happy in his real life, he is great.
Mhm.
Great on television. He's had 3 huge years. And he'll tell you this too. I mean, I've never talked to him, but I've heard him say it. But like, Evolution, obviously, early on, Legend Killer shit, phenomenal.
Yep.
Then he kind of got off the rails a little bit, and then 2011 was a huge year, another huge year for him. His feud with Christian was great. He was in a good space then, and then he kind of treaded water. And then 2020, happy life, happy career, and you can really tell. Like, and it's not that his work follows him to the ring, but you can just tell when he's bored or not happy.
Yeah, you can.
You just
Mhm.
can't.
You can tell.
It tells in his work.
And then
Or it
2020,
shows in his work,
sure.
I should say.
Absolutely.
And in 2021 is no different from 2020. The dude is happy in life and he's
Mhm.
happy in the ring, and you can fucking tell. And then Riddle, like you
Sure.
already said, Jesus Christ, I would like a month ago been like, that's a weird combination. Yeah, he just fought Edge and like did weird stuff, but his character hasn't changed.
Yep.
But he obviously, you know, with Riddle having a winning streak and being solid in the ring, being U.S. champion and stuff, storyline wise, it makes sense to want to be on a winning team if that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, realistically, it's just they have a good chemistry. Whatever makes people have a good chemistry, that's where they have it. So it's fun. And I think it was kind of an experiment and people fucking loved it and it's working. So they're
I
going to keep it
love
going.
So
Orton
entertaining.
pitched it.
He did.
Yeah, that's
And
legit.
Vince loves him.
That's
Vince
Vince loves
everything
Orton.
I've read.
Mhm.
That's
Vince
good.
absolutely loves
He
Riddle.
didn't fuck up
finds
his
him-
lines on live TV.
And Vince, and the report says Vince and Pritchard thought it was the greatest. They were
That's
laughing their ass
hilarious.
off. Riddle's.
Oh, poor Brett. He's
So
It just doesn't happen.
This is where it's like, take your gimmick and make it work. Where people are like, man, we were held down. It's like, adjust a little bit then. If something doesn't work, try something else. If they say fuck you, then what's the worst you could lose? They're going to take you off TV. They did that to you. Anyway, at least you went out trying
Sure,
something.
you have to make it your own.
attempting
Like,
it,
and
yeah.
Riddle's done a great job there.
He
He wasn't
has.
supposed to win the U.S. title. He won it.
He
Owned
did.
it.
Great
Owned
match.
it.
And he had great matches defending it. Good match against Sheamus. Hard hitting as fuck.
Yeah.
Sure. He's a tough guy.
And didn't hurt him at all that he lost. He actually got over a little bit more because Sheamus is one of the most underrated.
He is.
He's probably not underrated,
I would say-
underappreciated.
He is.
I would say both.
Because he's a
Wow.
Grand Slam champion in
He
his own
is.
right.
Sure.
And anytime you need somebody for a good 2 or 3 months that can take
He's a
that,
hard-hitting
you can
guy.
take that
Yeah,
main
he
event.
is.
You can put the
Mhm.
strap on him a few months. Sheamus is that guy.
Sure.
He reminds me of kind of like the JBL role. JBL
Kind of.
chilled in the upper mid card, but if you needed
He had a
a
good run.
arrogant dickhead heel, put the strap on him. He
Sure.
could get some of your babyface
I mean,
talent over.
JBL had a very solid run in his own right.
He's a
though.
Hall of Famer. I think
Yeah.
Sheamus will be
I
also.
think John Cena,
Yeah.
John Cena over.
Which is
But-
bizarre because me and my dad were talking a few weeks ago. We saw him in a dark match and he lost to Zack Ryder.
Nice.
And then he
Wow.
beat John Cena the next Sunday at a fucking Royal
Lost
Rumble.
to Zack
So
Ryder.
he
Wow.
lost Zack Ryder in a dark match before we saw a Smackdown.
Who's this? JBL or Sheamus?
Sheamus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Sheamus.
So yeah, if you lose
Zack
to Zack
Ryder.
Ryder, your career's pretty much
Well, then he
over.
beat John Cena on a Raw, so he's
Yeah.
good.
Well, he beat him at that fucking Royal Rumble 2
No,
weeks later.
Fair enough.
Wow.
My dad's like, "Ain't that the guy that lost you? The guy that goes woo woo woo?" And I was like, "Yeah."
With
that's
his
him."
little headband that he wears with his hair sticking out.
So
Whoa,
sorry,
whoa, whoa.
there is no merch yet.
Oh, darn.
Well, there
They
will
did
be.
release WWE bar stools.
They'll have merch.
So Hulkamania, they have a bar stool. The Austin 316 one's pretty sweet. They're $160.
yeah.
No, are you going to get the Charlotte stool?
If
They
I
don't
had-
have a stool.
If I had a man cave and unlimited cash, maybe. But I have neither of those things.
I like how
So-
WWE releases Chelsea Green. Now she's getting her first action figure, and it comes out in a
She
month.
also just got a fucking cease and desist for her podcast name,
She did.
which was Green with Envy.
Yeah.
Yep.
From who?
That we don't know yet.
Oh my God! Why did they make a Shawn Michaels action figure when he's bald?
Oh, God.
Look
they
at
did.
him.
They did. Oh, my
That looks terrible.
Ooh.
God. It looks bad.
Poor
Ooh.
Shawn.
I hate bald people.
That's your favorite. That's fucking funny for so many different reasons.
Exactly.
One, you're bald.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
your favorite wrestler of all time.
He don't look real good, does he?
Oh my God.
You
it
can
is
put
so
a hat
fucking
on.
funny.
That's just not what Sean.
All right. Anyway, what the hell are we talking about? Shut
All
up,
right.
Denise. Denise, listen, my birthday's coming up. You're going to be at Arena of Rock. Me and Chuck will be there as well. I just bring cash.
Don't insult.
So I just don't want you and your little clique just buy my drinks all night.
What Josh is saying,
heavy.
Denise, is he's saying you need to come here and make it rain.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Make it rain. Make it rain.
Not hail.
Is that the
rain.
song? You only-
They start throwing quarters and shit.
Oh, pennies.
No, stop it. I don't even keep pennies. So get to the bad part of Raw. So
boy.
So it's like last week, except Strowman comes in and kicks everybody's ass and
Sure.
is left standing.
Sure.
So Graves goes, Strowman is the favorite walking into this Sunday. Is he?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
We all know who's going to retain that title.
That sums up
Exactly.
Monday Night Raw.
Backlash has historically been. However, The Rock did beat Triple H for the title at Backlash after WrestleMania in the year 2000, whatever number that was. I don't remember. But the year 2000, Triple H won at WrestleMania because of Vince McMahon screwed The Rock, and The Rock won it at Backlash, only to lose it back to the game at Judgment Day, the next pay-per-view, when Taker returned. That is bullshit. But that's life.
Now,
Are you looking at shorts?
so like I need to point something out.
Oh,
So
good.
people at home,
Oh my
go to WTBdotcom and click on shorts.
Look at that. It's
So they put the wording. Can I share this?
oh my gosh. It's
Because
so
this is interesting to me. We shared last week. Let's see if I can do it again.
That's funny.
Yeah, same
Share
way.
screen.
It's the same technique. I would do the same buttons and stuff.
Oh, that's funny. Those shorts.
All right. I need to see this. Can they see my screen? No.
Holy shit.
Can they see my screen?
There we go.
All right. So
Look at
keep an eye on these shorts. So this is the front of them. It says head of the table
Oh
by the
my
crotch
God.
area.
Oh
Nice.
my
Now, if you think that's
God.
bad enough,
This is disgusting.
you ready for this one?
Oh no. What's this one say?
Where the hell is it? Did they pull them? Because people were freaking out. There's no way they pulled them.
Well, if they did.
Let me in. Right by the dick. So Big Daddy Claymore. Right in the crotch. Look at it.
Oh my God.
Big-
That's so gross.
Look,
People-
let me in. I
Oh.
mean, look, Big Daddy Claymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, God.
that's not inappropriate. Okay.
That's not. clean
That's
at
what
all.
Drew says. That's funny. Let me
It's
in.
it's funny when it's not by your dick. That's-
I got 2 words for you. Suck it by the crotch. Like,
well, that makes sense.
have a
because-
nice day.
Well, the suck it makes
They need to
sense.
take shorts off WWE.
Eat my tank. That Shotzi Black.
Eat my tank on a
That's what
woman's
it
trunks.
She rides her little tank out there.
Eat my tank. Latino heat.
I'm sorry.
2 words for you. Put your cups up.
The creators of that knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Heavy machinery. I'm done. Head of the table. Austin 316 is the only. Look,
Shock the
shock the system. Where you? I wonder what that
I
shock.
wonder what that
Look at the
means,
New
yeah.
Day with their
Dude, head on the table is actually pretty fucking hilarious.
What's that one say?
raise some hell. Ric Flair. Woo! I mean, I'm done. Oh look, they got fucking Zumba pants. I'm fucking over it.
is,
You want to
but-
pair
All
it
right.
up there, birthday?
I'm done.
We'll get you a pair of shorts.
Oh my god! I thought to let me in. I laughed for about 15 minutes,
That's
and I was
pretty
like, I wonder what they're letting in.
What she says no.
Oh my god!
Shock the system. What
Then you
is it?
shock the system.
That is disgusting.
Jesus Christ.
People are
Then
sick
you
of
go
mine.
sit at the head of the table.
The head.
We
of the
didn't
table.
see Braun Strowman.
Oh my god! I didn't even think about that one. Choo choo. He'll say choo choo right by the crotch.
That's too good. Let me in. It's pretty
What was
hilarious.
the Street Profits? What did it say?
Put your cups up.
Put your cup.
2 words for you. Eat my tank might be my favorite.
Well, you know, the 2 words for you make sense historically because in the
Yeah.
90s, you know, they would literally say "suck it," so that makes sense.
I'm done.
Oh,
That's what I get
Roman's
for
is
going to
awful.
WTBshop.com.
They really took that "suck it" phrase and really made it 2021, didn't they? They really
Yeah.
went.
I want the Lily hoodie.
Really? Of course
But anyway,
you do.
back to what we're
Of
doing.
course you do.
So,
Anything with her. you want.
Backlash,
Any shirt.
WrestleMania, whatever the hell they're calling it, predictions.
That's hilarious. That's just
really.
that's
If you
just
continue to look at her-
Subtle hint. Most people think none of the major titles will change.
I would agree.
Surprisingly, all 3 of us are going to agree on something that you wouldn't believe who I'm picking.
Oh,
Check that out after we play 37 commercials.
oh shit!
No, I'm kidding. Just one. We'll be back.
But there's 37 people in it.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, but only 3 of the shows are actually real.
War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Bringing that to competitors. Till we see the confetti fall, be ready for war. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Bringing that to competitors. Do we see the confetti ball? Be ready for war. Tell them I'm ready, any opponent. The crown heavy and every minute is chosen. A path only fit for kings, and you all know what this court means. What did you enlist for? If it isn't getting more rings, then you gon' have to switch your team. Trust me, it gets more mean. I'm a nightmare going up against your dreams. First step is explosive like a bomb hit. Bet if I let it fly, I cannot miss. And you ain't got a chance at the top 10 when you getting clamped all night by your locksmith. On the block, throwing lobs to my top bigs. I'm a chef, no look with the top dish. Tie game, through the pressure as the clock ticks. Crossover, step back, hit a shot quick.
That's what I'm ready for. I love that song. It's good shit.
Boom. Banner change at the bottom.
Look at that. Look at
Sure
that.
did.
So, WrestleMania Backlash predictions.
Yep.
All right, so right now, the card, we're just going to pick what the card has. I imagine Apollo and something is going to be added. Something to do with him, Zayn, KO, and
Big
E,
maybe.
Sure.
maybe a tag, maybe a fatal four-way, something like that. So this article will be up sometime before Sunday on WTBdotcom with all of our picks and predictions as I retain my title or have to come on the show next week and cry and lose my belt
Oh,
3 days before my birthday.
You're going to be crying.
2 days before
You're gonna
my
be. That's
birthday.
our birthday present.
Because
to you
if I
for
retain
losing.
it, I think I'm going to bring it out to my party with me.
All I know is either Yvonne or I will
It's
be.
going to be coming to
the
the
owner.
side.
If I
so-
retain, I am taking it with me to my party, which Chuck will be at, and I'm going to wear it and pose for selfies with my
Oh,
fans.
gosh.
I mean, friends.
And if Yvonne and I tie and you
Yeah.
still lose, we'll just be co-champions and we'll just like
That's-
fucking have it
There's
sitting
a,
right
those
here.
wrestlers that was co-champions. I can't forget who it
No,
was.
just remember, if I lose, Money in the Bank's next. We
Don't-
all know how I do there.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
win.
shut
I'll
up.
win both.
We won't discuss that.
Because if I retain, is it the next one just for the briefcase?
The second half, yeah. The second half of 2021 is going to be the year of Chuck. The half year of Chuck.
Okay. Well, speaking of, hashtag, please stop making Fast and
Oh,
Furious
they're not
movies.
going to stop.
We have had enough.
or
Well,
Josh
we
has
haven't had enough
enough.
of this Jigsaw.
Wait a minute.
Comes out
yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh,
So
please.
you don't want to see
I'm not seeing it.
John Cena's interpretation of Toretto's long lost evil brother?
I don't know what any of
That
those words mean.
storyline is so ridiculous.
Nobody wants to see John Cena.
The Fast and Furious reminds me of like Raw from like 3 weeks ago. The one I come up here and screamed about. It's like, why are they still making these?
Yeah, man. Don't be jealous.
Except John Cena would probably fix Raw.
I mean,
He probably would.
I don't think he's gonna fix Fast and the Furious.
I
but
don't. You can't fix something.
I think he's gonna make it worse
We'll see.
Yeah.
because the script looks terrible.
I mean, the only
How does
people-
Toretto have a brother? Anyway,
I don't know. His parents, you know.
you haven't seen any of the movies.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Paul Walker
Yeah.
died.
You haven't seen? Oh, you saw a
I saw
movie.
that one.
You saw one of the fucking 20 billion that there are.
Well, I mean, I watched Ludacris. I watched a bunch of like
Ludacris is
whack
good.
rappers in it, and I was like, this is rough.
Yeah, there's some singers
Ludacris,
in it.
really?
Yeah, some singers in it.
All right, Ludacris hasn't been relevant since now. That's what I call music 7.
No, he's been relevant since the Fast and Furious came out. That's when he's been-
Roll out. That's the last time he was relevant.
And stand up.
Move,
Yeah.
bitch.
That's the same album.
Get out the way.
All right.
I like Too Fast, Too Furious,
I'm
Too Fast for y'all, man.
if they add more matches to the show, I'm sure this will be a pre-show match.
Like
Ziggler and
Ziggler
Rude.
is. I bet you they put Ziggler and Rude on like the Smackdown Backlash WrestleMania card.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
The Mysterios
gonna
go to
cover
make
this.
history.
I mean, it's really cool for the Mysterios. I mean, the fact I'm gonna talk some mass shit here in a
There we
second.
go, yeah.
But before
You know
I
how
do
you feel
that,
about Rey Mysterio.
Well, you know.
But before I do that, it is really cool for the Mysterios the fact that Ray and his son get to do this together.
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing.
Father, son. Yeah.
And they're probably going to be a tag team champion group. Really fucking cool.
And until they lose them to the Usos.
However,
Money in the Bank.
Sure, and that's
Yeah.
fine. It makes sense.
Yep.
They're not supposed to be longevity. So it's a really cool moment for Rey Mysterio. That's awesome. He paid his dues. He's been around forever. Awesome.
Here we go.
However,
Yep, here we go.
couldn't care less. Fucking as a
Me
viewer
either,
who
me
doesn't
either.
know the Mysterios, but I've been watching SmackDown for 20 years, 22 years since it came on air. Couldn't care less. I think it's weird that Dominic is carrying Ray on his back. Like
that's weird.
that's not fun, entertaining TV
That's
for
just-
me.
That's just weird.
It's dumb. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's not believable.
Yeah.
It's too family friendly for a guy who liked the Attitude Era stuff and like the
Yeah.
ruthless aggression stuff and like the hard hitting stuff. And like, you know, like I think it'd be cooler. It sucks. It can't happen. But like if Eddie, I think a really cool thing was like if Eddie Guerrero was still around and he teamed with Dominic and taught Dominic like the evil ways, and Ray was like, "That's bad." That would be a really cool storyline that they can't do. But this like goody good, carry my dad on my back as he weighs 3 pounds and is 2'3".
Weird.
It's like it's just not entertaining. It's not believable because Dominic does look weak, not because he's weak, but because he's still a kid. You know, at the end of the day, he's not that old, and Ray's little, and they can do flips and shit all day long. But like, dude, a punch to the face will knock your ass out.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I just don't give a shit about the Mysterios. I don't. It's not saying I don't like Dominic. I just don't care about this storyline. And whenever they're on TV, I get really annoyed really quick.
We have no interest.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I got them winning.
They probably will. I do too. I'm not going to vote against them. But
Ron, who do you have?
I got them winning.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
They're going to win, and they're going to lose it to the Usos, like you said.
Yep,
I completely agree with
The
that.
Usos is where the money's going to be because the bloodline's going to go crazy here soon.
It's just a feel-good moment for them, and it's going to be a crossover to get more heat on the Usos when that time comes. That's exactly correct. That's absolutely correct.
That'll be a great match.
But like, dude, for the last months, they've been plaguing our TVs. Boring.
Very boring.
And I'm sure I'm the bad guy. That's fine. But you know, and I used to race with my dad. That's a really cool thing when like father and son do things together. That's cool.
Oh my God, I forgot the best part of Raw.
What?
Gender came back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
taking
that.
my headphones.
I didn't fast forward it just so I could bitch about it.
What did he do to
I
his
watched
hair?
all
He
of
has
it.
no hair no more,
One of
does
the
he?
greatest
What did I
WWE
say about
champions.
bald people?
I
Fucking
know.
hate them.
One of the greatest WWE
The gender
champions
looks
of the last
ugh.
5 years is now back on Raw.
Surprised you didn't blow my phone up.
Dude,
Text me about him.
The Singh brothers got jacked up over the last couple of years. they're on steroids or something.
So what, do you think gender will fix Raw, Josh?
No,
It
I
just
think
got
the rating
worse.
went up a little bit this week. I don't think that's a coincidence.
yeah,
But
because
anyway.
Charlotte's back. That's why.
Well, stop. She's been back.
Who's gonna? What's gender
Stop.
gonna do? Who's he gonna go after
We'll
now?
get to it. We get to that triple threat.
He's at the bottom. No one cares.
All right.
Gross.
Bianca and Bailey. I mean, I got Bianca. Here.
Bianca.
This is gonna be. It'd be
Bailey.
crazy if they took the strap off her after that big moment at Mania.
So
after
what
one
matches are we going to fucking disagree on? Yeah, man. I don't see Bianca losing it
I
yet.
don't either.
It's the first Mania since, or the first title defense since Mania.
Well, technically, it is a Mania. WrestleMania
That's
Backlash.
the point. This is WrestleMania
I don't
2.
see
You'll
Bianca.
get people
losing.
on these new Peacock subscribers like, "What are you doing Sunday? WrestleMania's back." It's like people are like, "Hell yeah!" And they turn on like, "Oh, it's just
May.
Backlash." Granted, it's a lot of the same matches.
Oh.
They got to add RK Bro and that
Yeah,
kind
they
of
have
shit
to
to
do
this card.
something.
They need something.
I'm
There's
not
no
sure.
match on
Yeah,
here
man.
that
I
I'm
don't
like,
either.
"Oh my god, I can't wait to watch
No,
this."
It's going to be on my
Outside
laptop.
of Roman and Cesaro,
Yeah. And
because I thought it's going to be a great match, but I know the outcome already.
as of right now, this will not be on my main TV. This will be on my laptop, Chromebook, tablet, while I have something else on TV.
That's me. I don't see Bianca losing.
This will
Absolutely
be
not.
her very strong first defense that makes
Sure.
her look strong.
It'll be a good match.
They're saving Sasha. I know Sasha's doing some Star Wars shit or whatever.
Having her off the TV,
But
I enjoy
they're
that.
purposely
So
keeping
they can
them apart
keep her off.
until they.
Thank you.
Sasha,
No
this might be the
offense,
night
but-
she comes back and attacks her or
I
something.
can see something. like
And
that.
Mia Yim has been rumored to
Yeah.
be coming to SmackDown,
That's the
which is
bitch.
Reckoning.
That's the bitch from the one
Retribution.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's actually really good by herself.
She
so
is gonna.
They're going to
yeah.
move her to SmackDown and
Good.
put her in that division.
That'd be
so
a good match. With
Maybe that's a fresh matchup we can get, but
Sure.
Poor Bailey.
I think I already put us all down for Bianca. as
Poor
well.
Bailey.
Yeah.
I
I didn't
Bianca's
put
not
this in
losing.
the banners because I forgot. Priest and Miz in a lumberjack match.
Mm-hmm.
So Chuck already alluded to he thinks Morrison's going to cause Miz. So is this where the breakup really hits
Coming
the
to-
stride?
We seen some of that tension on Monday.
I
too.
think Morrison might get a push.
I hope so.
I hope so too. We need to
His
see it.
wife's about to get pushed to the fucking moon.
Yeah,
in
NXT.
NXT.
No,
Yeah,
but just so
she
we're on the same page, I don't think Morrison turns on Miz, but Morrison will accidentally cost Miz the match.
So you think Miz will like beat the shit out of him at some point, and then that's Morrison will go full fledged babyface after that, or the other way around?
I don't know, man. Like that, I don't know.
I don't think Miz is a very good babyface.
If
No, he's not.
I was booking it, shit, you're right though. Miz isn't a good
Do
baby.
you believe him when he's like, "I love these kids"? Like, no,
No.
you don't, bro. Like,
He's
shut
a
the
better
fuck up.
heel.
he is a
And
better
his shit,
heel.
like I'll watch Miz and Mrs. for a few minutes
I
because
love
it comes
that
on
show.
after Raw, and
Sure.
she
I
fucking
love
religiously watches it.
I love it.
he doesn't even come across as a genuinely nice guy. Like he is, but like
He is.
I don't buy it
I
because
don't
he's so
either.
good at being a dick on
Sure.
TV. Like
He
he's like,
is.
I love you, Monroe. It's like he's probably going to skull crush you now. He's a little girl.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
He just
Sure,
he's a very good heel.
As he's an
They
asshole.
tried the babyface thing.
It
It
doesn't
didn't come
work.
across. It's like when KO. They might as well just let KO do the Orton thing where he's just tweener.
Yeah,
Like
you're going to
KO,
be
It
right.
depends who he feuds with.
You're going to be right. It's going to be Miz will be the bad guy. But
Morrison is legitimately though.
But
He has
I-
to drop the drip shit because that's weird.
Johnny
But
Drip Drip.
I cannot. Yeah, I can't stand it. That's cringy. That's a cringy thing for the announcer to say. It's terrible. It's fucking awful.
Yeah,
Jesus
especially when
Christ.
it's Ad Van Burke.
And what's funny though too is I honestly believe never met the guys. So I have no idea, but I honestly believe that Morrison in real life is probably the asshole, and Miz is a nice dude.
Right.
But on TV, it's easier to think Morrison is nice and Miz is a douche.
Yeah.
But like I remember when Morrison has his first run around on SmackDown, him and Melina and stuff, they had a lot of bad heat backstage because he was just a douchebag to everybody all
He
the time.
did.
He thought he was a big head. I got my abs, my glitter. I'm fucking Melina and she's hot, but she fucked Batista too. But whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Storyline wise, I would like to see Morrison turn heel against the Miz because we've already seen Miz turn heel against Morrison. But it's been over a decade, so that doesn't really exist anymore. I remember it, but
Raw's week to week.
right. So, but believably, it's going to be Miz being heel and Morrison
Right.
being face.
Morrison's going to.
But I would love to see a good heel solo run with Morrison because the
Mhm.
dude has it all. He has
He
the
does.
looks,
Mhm.
he has the hair,
Absolutely.
he has the fucking abs still. Like
Yeah.
he is Shawn Michaels. But I'm not going to be correct in that outcome. It's going to be Miz being
It's,
the heel.
it's coming.
So as far as Priest, so we all go Priest.
Priest, yep.
Speaking of Priest, man, I've been talking some massive shit about Priest, but I saw a picture of his older days when wrestling, and he's like a big fat dude. Respect. He got himself
He was
ripped.
Yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
guy.
Wow.
I saw the report that WWE put a lot of pressure on him. That Bad Bunny
Yeah, I saw that
match.
too.
So
his. If you look at pictures from past to present, he's a transformation.
I still think Priest's a future star. He's got it. Talk about somebody
He
who's got
is.
everything going for
He
him.
does.
I hope so. I'm not going to wish ill against the guy. I hope so. Yeah, for sure. It'd be awesome. As of right now, I'm not really entertained by him, but he's early. I don't know anything. So
Priest is
sure.
awesome.
Speaking of stuff,
It could be like, absolutely.
I'm not entertained by it.
My face probably.
Raw.
Oh, we know who you're talking.
I'm going last. WWE Raw Women's Championship. Rhea, Asuka, Charlotte. I don't care who goes first. I'm not. It's not
Go
me.
ahead.
All right, man. So
It's tough.
I'm going to go. This might be where we differ. I don't know.
Probably.
I've always had success in the past. I'm going for it. Charlotte wins. Charlotte takes that title from Rhea Ripley. And she's already a heel. How do you get more heel heat? You beat the fucking fan favorite, Rhea Ripley.
That's true. We all can agree that Asuka's not going to be one. So
Yeah, Asuka's
we
not
could,
winning.
we could just take her off.
It's going to be Ripley or Charlotte. Probably
Yeah.
Ripley, but I want to go with Charlotte because otherwise we're on the same fucking card. So I'm going with Charlotte, and I've at least 2 times in the past Charlotte has won me the card. So
She has with me too, but I'm going to go with Ripley because Ripley, I think, is going to get her revenge on Charlotte for beating her for the NXT title. And Ripley's going to pin Charlotte to keep her title, and then Charlotte. And that's when Sonya Deville's play is going to come in.
oh shit! What if Alexa cost Charlotte
Yeah,
though, and that
she
causes
could.
the feud?
That's my question.
That's right.
Shit.
What role
She's going to
do
play
you
a
guys
role in this.
think?
Yeah.
Does she play a role? And if she does, what do you think it could be?
All right, hold on.
That's
Alexa's
interesting.
going to play a role. There's a couple. So there's a couple things that come to mind here.
Oh,
So Alexa, first off,
boy. Mhm.
who's been featured on TV? I think that's key because every time Charlotte's in the ring, they're not worried about Ripley. They're not worried about Asuka. It's all Charlotte. So let's think long term. Who's coming back soon? Becky. Who's she going to feud with? A heel. Ripley's not necessarily a heel. Is Ripley better with the title or without it? Much better without the title.
Yeah, she
Asuka, she's just better being away from it. She's better
Being away from
She's better
everything.
going to SmackDown and getting out of Raw because they've ruined her on
They've
Raw.
ruined her.
She
Oh my
should be
gosh.
as great as she was in NXT back
She's
in the day.
on Raw. She's
We're
terrible.
past that though.
But like she was the Goldberg there thing for a while.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things to consider because I try to think what's going to happen next. So if Asuka wins, there's nothing really going to happen. Are they going to do
No.
that same
Asuka's not
bullshit?
winning.
So
She just lost it.
So like,
She's
I
not
start
winning.
with the least problem.
Sure.
Asuka.
It's not gonna be Asuka.
So if Ripley retains, what does that do for her? Where does Ripley go from here? She just beat the top other 2 chicks on Raw.
Yep.
Is Becky going to come back and challenge her? Does that match even make sense? They have no beef.
Right.
Then you got Charlotte with her history of let's put the strap on her every chance we get.
Yep.
She loves to be hated. People are going to get behind a Ripley or a fucking Asuka or a Becky, which they're already behind Becky, or an Alexa chasing her. Like Alexa's the X factor here. There's a chance she's out there swinging and she helps somebody win.
Good.
She has history, like I said, with Ripley. Ripley threw her out of the Rumble. She went to the ring. We all got excited, and she tried to do her little transform into the Fiend character. Ripley got her out. She's like, not today. Not today. Nope. I'm not fucking late. You're not doing that shit. Because Alexa probably would have cleared the fucking ring out.
Sure.
Alexa's not going to fuck with Asuka because
they've
done that. They fought 3 times.
And Asuka was scared of her.
So
it was weird.
Been there, done that.
Oh.
Could she target Charlotte?
Sure.
Yeah.
But
man,
I'm going with Charlotte. I've already figured out what's going on.
What the fuck does Charlotte losing do to benefit? What if
the
only person that could win this match that actually benefits is fucking Charlotte? And it's sad.
It is sad.
I'm going with Charlotte.
Because I feel Becky's about to come back. And they signed a 5-year extension the other day, too. So congratulations to her. Her and Seth, I think, are bonded with the same deal for the next 7 years.
Congratulations.
Because she just got a new contract, but she obviously
they're the power couple of the WWE right now.
Yeah, fuck you, Cody and Brandy. But anyway.
Yeah.
They said
the power couple.
They said they're the most powerful couple in the history of wrestling. So like they're fucking tripping.
Yeah, and they're
that's them.
This is why they hate. Cody's supposed to be a baby face.
That was a direct.
We had to get Kevin Hart on. We had to get Kevin Hart next week on here
for sure. That was a direct attack at Triple H and Stephanie.
Fuck him. Anyway.
Yeah, it's
so WrestleMania 37, 2020. Josh's 10 points. There's one match that cost me the RSH championship before I ever won.
You're going to pick Charlotte, aren't you?
And I picked Rhea Ripley.
Oh, my gosh. She's going to pick.
I picked Rhea Ripley to beat Charlotte because it made the most sense. She was on NXT. Charlotte's not a draw. She's a draw, but the ratings actually got worse when she went over there. She's not a John Cena kind of draw.
She's not an NXT draw.
She's not a draw, period.
She's not an
Raw's
NXT
ratings have not
draw.
got she's not a draw. She's just there.
Are you about to say
she's a good secondary? Nice? Like they need a John Cena kind of person. It's like, oh, Charlotte's also there. After you name 8 other people, then she's fine.
To be fair, I don't think most women, not to be.
No, I don't take it personally.
I don't think most current WWE women wrestlers are going to be draws. And
Becky is.
Yeah.
Once when she comes,
always watch Raw's rating double when she comes back.
Her return episode will.
Yeah,
Becky's going to sustain.
The next one,
Ripley or not Ripley? Rousey did.
Well, she's not considered a female.
She was full time.
She was a UFC star though.
But she was full time.
She was different. Becky Lynch could be the exception, I guess.
Becky is.
I would say Becky's the exception because they stone cold her. But,
but that's a good thing.
But it is a good thing. It's a great thing.
And that was organic as shit.
It was organic as shit.
Were you about to say
just
something?
Like Stone Cold?
You were about to say that.
So you got Ripley.
Charlotte.
So
I got Ripley. Yeah,
this is the most. This is the match that is the hardest to pick.
It is
because I could literally see every title be retained except the Mysterio one, and if Apollo defends it, I think he'll retain as well.
Yeah, man, that one's happening.
So this card is rough.
It is. This match is rough.
So
I'm going with Charlotte.
WrestleMania 37. It was my 6th failed attempt to win the title that Chuck held the older belt for fucking ever. It was forever. Then Bennett held it. Then you held it, and you guys were talking shit. Now we're a year in, and I didn't learn from my lesson, but I'm going with Charlotte.
I like it.
And it's on air, so yep.
There's
live.
I just broke.
Me and you told him
he's
going to pick Charlotte one day.
Finally learned.
If you break now, watch fucking Ripley go over, and then I lose.
It'd be fucking hilarious.
If Ripley wins, I'm not coming on the show.
I wish I picked Ripley just for that. But
did you embrace the flair, Josh? You sure did.
I gotta go with Charlotte.
They've been focusing on her too much.
Too much for
the Alexa. So here's the thing. Here's why. Sonya Deville. She's done everything to put Charlotte in that
That's what I was
spotlight.
about to say. Keep in mind with her too. Yeah.
If Charlotte, I think she'll help Charlotte out. She put that one-on-one match together last week where Charlotte could just watch. They're doing everything to bring her back.
Grooming her. She's putting her right there.
I think Charlotte, the only way, it is unsettling that the only way I could lose my title is if Charlotte gets screwed. And the one person I feel like would do that
That's your girl.
would be Alexa.
Yep.
The way I see it, honestly, though, is similar to like when Kurt Angle won the Royal Rumble. So like he won it, and then all of a sudden Taker's entrance hit, and Taker just kind of confronted him, and that's how the Rumble ended.
Oh, so Alexa, you think could go after the title?
Yeah. So I think Charlotte will win,
Then Alexa comes out,
or is
after.
already out.
Yeah.
And they had that laughing, the same ending that we had on.
Or she just comes out and
Raw.
swings for a lot and keeps laughing, and it's like,
Sure.
you know what's funny? I'm curious if Charlotte wears red.
Yeah.
She does a lot.
If she wears
does
red,
wear
if she wears red to the ring, then
That's
that
fair.
might be
That's-
exactly what happens.
That's a good point. She often wears
that
red.
might
She
be.
does. I've noticed that.
That
She
might be
does.
telling. If Ripley comes out in all red, I'm gonna cuss and try to change my pick. But
Nope.
Ripley, please don't change red. I picked that.
all right, this is the first time
And how long?
I keep our picks. The articles are online, so they're
I'm
never going anywhere.
screenshotting this
But I
because we're
got
never going to
our
forget
RSH
this.
folder on my laptop. I've kept every pay-per-view back in the old days where we had a website. There's all our old scorecards.
Mhm.
It was WrestleMania 36.
Man, I've heard these numbers all day.
I picked Rhea Ripley, and she lost to Charlotte.
We've told you were going to pick
So-
Charlotte one day.
Charlotte's my girl, dude.
She's helped us well.
That cost me.
but-
Charlotte has cost me the RSH championship
That is
3
your own.
fucking times.
That is your own
Now,
fault.
God forbid if she does it a fourth when I pick her. We'll see.
That's your own fault. I mean,
I'm
No
going with
offense.
the logic here. The logic and all the signs point Charlotte. And are they going to have all 4 of their main titles stay on another pay-per-view?
mhm.
Is the Mysterios winning that big a fucking deal?
No, but it's just enough to mix it up.
But Charlotte winning would mix it up. And Ripley hasn't been necessarily lighting the world on fire since she's won the title either, because they don't know how to use her.
I mean, I agree with that.
That's
It's not
true.
her fault, but they're
No,
just,
it's not her fault. They just don't know how to fucking book her.
Charlotte came back and took the fucking spotlight.
She did.
And
I mean,
she's going to win.
And Ripley's having issues with
gonna
Sonya
win the
Deville,
title.
too.
I think she is too.
Sonya Deville factor. Alexa.
But who knows?
Alexa could go any way either.
could,
Nobody knows
yeah.
what the fuck she's
The
doing.
thing with
so-
Alexa is she's so awesome and hot and amazing, and everything she does is fucking fantastic.
Oh, boy.
No matter what she does, it's good.
Of course,
All right.
of course you both would say
I'm not
that.
going to share the screen, but look at who my initial pick was on Tuesday when I was putting this
Ripley.
together.
Oh,
That's who.
So, like, I've debated this since after Raw. Because
yeah.
Charlotte got the last
just-
laugh.
I would
and
say-
I'm like, that typically means.
Charlotte's a good pick because she just doesn't lose that often.
And Yvonne went.
I'm picking
Yvonne
Ripley.
went
I
for you.
see.
Well, okay.
I see Ripley keeping it. I know they haven't.
I like
been,
it.
I haven't been. They haven't been using her right, but with her and Charlotte having history,
Hey, listen. This
I like it.
match,
there you go.
this
I
next
mean,
one might be only different too. I don't know. I don't know where we're going.
Sorry,
I have no
Charlotte,
idea. This
I
this
don't know.
this feud is confusing me. Lashley, Strowman, and
It
Drew.
is confusing.
Lashley stands dominant. Drew stands dominant. Now Strowman does. Lazy booking the last 3 weeks.
Well, we know Lashley's beat Drew, so he's beat
Lashley's
him.
beat both of them.
I know. As a matter of fact, he
So,
beat both
like-
of them. I know.
This is very Edge, Reigns, Bryan. The triple threat means
Yeah.
Lashley's retaining because of the other guy
Yeah.
fucking the
I
other
feel
guy.
like
It's a lot. I'm picking.
all right.
Lashley.
So we got a Lashley.
yeah,
This Lashley.
it's confusing. Like,
Drew goes to win. There's no DQs. Jinder's gonna fuck Drew out.
okay,
Over.
and I would like that. Makes sense.
You think
Hell.
they're gonna put gender in that
Jinder's
championship
not gonna be in a
ring?
championship ring. He's gonna
Yeah.
feud with Drew. When Drew doesn't win, they got Drew
Oh,
can't get
yeah.
a title shot every goddamn pay per view. He's had like
He does.
10
man.
straight
He
pay per views
does.
where he's been in the title picture. This is his time to go back.
Transition out.
Do something else. Yeah.
I think for the third straight week, I'm changing my money in the bank prediction. I think Drew's going to win it and cash in ahead of time at WrestleMania next year because he wants to have his moment. And he's like, fuck you. I'm having it. I have it right here.
He's had it in every
Rain,
match.
the
here.
weather,
He's had it in
rain,
every match.
fuck.
COVID. No,
COVID.
listen, it'd be a great buildup. Like, I'm cashing it in
Yeah.
at WrestleMania
Next
39.
year. Yeah,
Is it
but
39?
I have no idea.
38,
I stopped
39?
paying attention to the numbers after
This year was
31.
37. So
Yep, I don't know.
38. I'm cashing in there. Then he just chills in the mid card for a little bit. Like when Cena announced his show with The Rock, Cena just kind of chilled.
Sure.
Did work with people he hasn't worked
on
with.
the Raw
Then you have-
after WrestleMania, I was like, next year I'll be there. And then that's how that went down.
But then you feud him with Jinder. Story's already there. Jinder screws him. It's like, I'm a former world champion too, blah, blah, blah. 3 and B, it's all there.
Yeah,
you work with that for a while. Obviously, they have plans for Jinder. He squashed fucking Jeff Hardy like nothing.
Yeah.
So
Really hindered Jinder.
Strowman's going to take the pin. Strowman's still going to take the pin.
Oh, for sure.
He is.
Like, I think Drew will get Jinder will fuck with Drew, take him out of it to where Drew can't do anything. Then Lashley's going to spear Strowman and win. Now, where does Lashley go after this?
I have no idea.
Um,
No clue.
I don't really know. So
No.
next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank.
I don't.
Does he get a rematch again? Dude, does Strowman or does fucking Jinder get put into that?
At this
could.
point, with the way things are playing out, like I could see that happening, but maybe at Money in the Bank will be a throwaway heavyweight title match, so it could be Strowman versus Lashley 1-on-1 with McIntyre doing something else. I could see that, and obviously Lashley wins.
I'd say the Fiend, but he's chilling
he's
right
gone.
now.
Yep, he's gone.
I would have to say.
All right, so I'm looking at the roster. So you got Lashley. So you got Strowman. Keith Lee's injured. The Miz already been
For
there.
like 3 months now. Come on, Keith, get your shit together.
He is.
Orton's busy.
Yep.
Sheamus is champ. There's really nobody.
There really
man.
isn't besides Jinder.
It would be. I could
AJ's
see.
busy.
It's
Yeah,
it's
he is.
gender, dude. It's gonna be
It's gonna be
gender
Jinder.
fighting McIntyre, and then that Money in the Bank, Lashley versus Strowman. It's 1-on-1. It's
Yep.
throwaway
If
fist
Strowman
match.
takes the pin,
Sure.
I'd have Drew
He's
take
taking- he's-
I mean, you can't have him take the pin to give him a fucking other title shot. So I'd have Jinder screw Drew. Drew takes the pin. Strowman's like, what the fuck?
Sure. Yeah.
And then that sets it up.
Sure.
And I think Drew and Jinder are both in Money in the Bank.
Sure.
And then they can have a one-on-one later for like the brief. They always like doing that briefcase match.
Sure.
Even though you won it, let's defend it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So I mean, I feel like we haven't really seen Lashley versus Strowman 1-on-one.
I'm
On Raw, MVP was like, you should be 1-on-1. So that's going to be Money in the Bank, and that's going to get us to that point.
yeah, and I think we're gonna get Lashley and Brock at SummerSlam with full attendance.
Probably.
Yep.
And I think
And then Lashley's gonna
that would be
lose,
make a lot of money.
and then Brock's gonna win, and then
Yeah.
Brock's gonna hold it till Mania when Drew cashes in and beats Brock in front of.
Not
80,000
Drew. Again,
people.
wait,
I'm serious. They're giving him his fucking. They can take.
They're
he
going-
deserves
They
it.
can
Yeah,
take.
he does.
They
He
can
does.
take this
He
whole.
does.
So let's say he wins Money in the Bank. It's the end of June, right? You can take July all the way to March. Build him back up. Take him to the lowest of low. Have him lose the fucking Lucha House Party or something. Like take.
Is this still a thing?
Yeah,
I know.
they had a
I
video
know.
package on Raw promoting them coming back.
I missed that.
Oh, that was
So
great. Of course
I'm
we
serious.
did.
Have him go.
We have no interest.
I don't mean disrespect the people, but have him go and
All
lose a
right.
match to like.
Alberto
no.
Calderito. I thought I could say his name.
Have him
Finally.
go and lose a match to like Grant Manalik or something like, and
Who?
Drew's just like, man, I don't have it no
I don't
more.
know
Shit.
about this.
I lost my title, I lost my confidence, and then because people are kind of sick of Drew at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Take him down a notch.
I mean, he's
Take
been
him down,
in the spotlight for a year and a half.
build him back up.
And he's in every
Then
match.
by the time you get to
Everything.
Mania, Brock's gonna
Everything.
have some heat. He always does, whether
Sure.
he should or not.
He should.
Give him his
He's a
moment.
bad guy. He should
Yeah,
have.
he didn't have his moment at Mania this year, and the rain kind of fucked it whether he would have had it or not.
That's fair.
First live Mania with fans, put the strap back on him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or
man.
have Jinder win Money in the Bank, have Drew win at
Ew,
Mania, then have
gross.
Jinder cash in on Drew at Mania.
No.
Then the real champion wins, and that's
Sure.
Jinder.
Dude, I hate.
No,
Gross.
Gross.
With all of that said, I'm going to ignore the gender part.
Don't
Jinder-
hinder Jinder.
Hinder
But,
in the bank? No,
I
thank
need.
you.
Hold on, I got to see if they have a Jinder Mahal shirt.
He'll be hurt in 3 weeks. But
Oh,
so
God, yeah. I can't stand that guy. Ugh.
so I don't know. I forget what wrestler it was, but I have talked some mad shit about Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
And I was the guy who was like, he's an asshole in real life, even though I never met him. You know, I think I know things. I know nothing mostly. And but I've heard he's a pretty cool guy in real life, Brock Lesnar. You know, and I forget.
Most people like him because there's stories that like he'll go out for drinks with the boys and
Sure.
buy the whole bar around.
I was
Wow.
listening to a podcast. Fuck, who was it? I forget who it was. But I was listening to a podcast, and no, I remember who it was. It was Stone Cold and Chris Jericho, and they were talking about. No, it was Randy Orton and Stone Cold. That's who it was. It was Stone Cold and Randy Orton, and Orton was talking about him, and like he was just excited to be a part of it back in the day. And he's just a smart businessman too, so yeah, he's not going to do shit for free.
Yeah.
But like, there's been a lot of stories to where he actually is not a bad guy. Like he's not fuck the business and fuck you. He's just, doing his thing. Mm-hmm. I respect that, So I feel like past, I would say, since 2012 to 2021, a lot of the shit that I talked about Brock Lesnar was probably incorrect. So, I don't know the guy in real life, but as a viewer, it annoyed me. But that's not his fault. He's making money doing his thing. If I could show up 8 times a year, make a shit ton of money, would I say no to that?
No.
Hell no. So, as annoying as Brock Lesnar is sometimes, I think I was overly harsh on the person that is Brock Lesnar.
We can do that to Gender. Oh my gosh, Gender. So you got it in my head now.
Well, I don't know. I know nothing about Gender, but he's just boring on TV.
He beat Randy Orton. That's why I'm bitter.
And I
can't stand him either.
The thing with Lesnar is Lesnar's not boring on TV. I just get this rage, and that's kind of being played by WWE. That's what they want.
What are you wowing?
AEW dropped big time last
night.
Yeah, from 1.21 to 889.
Whatever. Blood and Guts had 1 million.
I know. And when they don't have a pay-per-view on TV,
it was okay.
Can't hit 1 million.
There was nothing crazy last night.
Because Rusev isn't a main eventer. God damn it. I said it for fucking a long time.
That I disagree with.
Yeah, well, he's in the main event and you lost 40% of your fucking audience.
And your boy Bully Ray disagrees with that too.
Oh, fuck him.
Wow. Miro just
no, not Bully. Rusev. Rusev isn't a main event guy.
No, Bully Ray
never has
likes
been.
Rusev. That's not true.
I mean, I like Gender, but I don't think he should main event WrestleMania.
He did though.
He don't need a main
Gender
event.
didn't main event WrestleMania.
He did Smackdown, same thing.
He beat Randy Orton for 6 months.
Shut
That's
up.
different.
He
did win that feud.
He did. Oh, shut up.
He did. I know he did. It's terrible.
In the Punjabi prison. Remember that?
I do.
He can go back to his prison.
Unfortunately.
That's it. Drew versus Gender for the money in the
Can he go back to his prison?
I think
the Punjabi prison.
Didn't Great Khali introduce that?
Gender was didn't he roll with Khali back in the day?
Well, they were both Indians.
Yeah.
So
he's gross.
Yvonne's an Indian. She went to Carlisle.
I lost my virginity to an Indian.
Oh boy.
Fun fact.
Gender, gross.
No, the other one.
Okay.
Oh no.
And canceled.
Anyway,
you're from Minnesota. Boy, both are. Never mind.
What are we talking about? Oh,
I think Rusev could be main event. He's still young. He shouldn't be main event now. But build him up.
He's not bad.
Yvonne said he's the TNT.
He is the
TNT. That's the mid-card title.
I just don't care.
He won it last night.
No, you should. Rusev is the guy that WWE fucked up on.
Watch AEW. I don't give a shit.
He is. He's the guy that WWE's going to get back down the road.
They broke up him and Skip Sabian too. They broke him up.
So my bold prediction, we did that a while ago, that I think MJF's eventually going to go to WWE. You see his interview not too long ago where he said he'd listen.
Oh, I said that a year ago. He's going to be on WWE before.
Vince is going to call if God willing, he's still alive. And fucking his contract's not over until 2024.
Whoever it is,
so
whoever's
going to call him like, hey, bro,
boatload of
we'll
money.
give you a stick.
Boatload.
You talk. What show do you want to be on? What do you want to do? Who do you want to work with?
Here's a $10 million a year contract. 20 years.
Here's a blank check.
I'm not sure.
At that point, he'll be like 24 years old.
Oh, he's like 25 now.
I thought he's young as shit.
He's my age.
I think he was 23 when it started.
I knew he was super fucking young.
Hey, when he was on Stone Cold's podcast, he was 23.
He's my age.
Yeah, I think he's 25.
25.
Yeah, he's my age. Yep.
But yeah, dude, that dude.
So he'll be close 28, 29, still in his prime. He'll wrestle till 40.
I'm 33 right now doing a no money bullshit podcast in my garage. And he'll be 5 years younger than I am right now when that contract ends. So no, it's good. He has it.
And he beat Chris Jericho, one of the best.
Yeah,
so
he has it.
That really helps.
And there is no way that Vince doesn't understand that. And
he'll be there.
Get on the microphone.
He just screams WWE.
Yeah, he does.
And plus,
he fits it.
He'll be there. I said that's his
I
day
told
one.
you at some point.
He will eventually.
AEW people are going to go back. They see NXT.
They always go
They've
back.
got a few AEW people that's went to NXT, but just people didn't know because they're on AEW Dark. But they've took some.
Sure. No, I mean, it's the thing with WWE. The thing with
everybody just makes it seem like everybody's running from WWE. There's people that still want to go there.
Well, one thing that we have to understand that, I think kind of gets lost in the shuffle of conversation is these guys are people. They're trying to make a living as a professional wrestler. If you're not doing what you want to do in WWE, you're going to go somewhere else. That doesn't mean you don't want to be in WWE, or it doesn't even mean that you hate WWE, but you have to do what's best for you right now. And if the opportunity happens, if you can go somewhere else and make yourself big, and Christian did that. Christian left WWE in 2005, got big in TNA, and then went back to WWE.
Yeah,
That's not
Drew
bad.
And Lashley did that too.
Sure. That's a good thing. So I don't think a lot of these guys are leaving WWE in their hostile territory. Maybe they are now because it just happened, but shit gets resolved.
Yeah,
People grow up, people move on, and they'll come back. WWE is still the be all no matter what happens. It just is. So yeah, MJF will definitely be in WWE. Chris Jericho will be back in WWE.
Yeah, he will.
Guarantee it. So will Cody
Moxley.
Rhodes, and so will Moxley. Cody Rhodes will be.
no,
He's still young. Give him 10 years.
Cody's been such a dick.
Dude, Bret Hart went back to WWE.
Bret Hart's
We know
Bret
you love-
Hart's middle finger's worth more than Cody Rhodes.
We know you love Cody.
I'm just saying. But definitely Chris
Cody's
Jericho.
in a different position because he's like the VP. He can't just if he leaves, he has to cut ties.
I'm not saying tomorrow or next year.
I'm just
but
saying, as long
a
as
decade,
AEW's a thing, I can't see.
we
him
will
go
see.
leaving.
We will see Cody Rhodes' name in WWE again.
At some point.
His dad was Dusty. We're going to see it again.
Listen, Peacock's offering Backlash for 99 cents.
Fair enough. It's just one of the, so even with Rusev, you were talking shit about him earlier. He was a big guy. He got popular in WWE.
I mean, look at the headline: AEW audience down, and it shows Rusev.
Sure, well, whatever.
They go together.
Miro.
Sure.
It goes together.
But
I don't care what his name is.
he'll-
Miro, it's
but
not Rusev.
We'll see him back in WWE. We will see a Shield reunion with
he's
John
only going to be
Moxley.
back because his wife's locked in for 5 years.
I'm just saying, these guys aren't leaving WWE saying fuck WWE.
Well,
They
Cody
always
is.
come back. Well, that whatever, but I still tell you, a decade from now, his name will be back.
Cody will be back at some point.
But it's a revolving door. The professional wrestling business is a revolving door. Always has been, always will be. A lot of these wrestlers, you already mentioned, McIntyre, he was in TNA. Christian was in TNA,
Yep.
WWE, TNA, back in WWE, in AEW, will probably be back in WWE at some point to end his career. It's just how that shit works. And especially with these younger guys like Rusev and a few, Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, back in WWE before it's all said and done.
Yeah, they will.
Just how it works.
It was another really good NXT this week.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch. I forgot about it. I can't remember Tuesdays.
Killing me.
I know.
Yeah, you're
I did my
killing us.
podcast on Tuesday. I did my paranormal on
Another
Tuesday.
strong show.
You're killing us.
They're building. They're doing another NXT in your house,
I saw that.
which is going to be fucking.
I
cool.
commented. I
Remember
said-
it last year?
Yeah, I remember.
The set was really
I watched
cool.
it. I think we were here. Were you here for
I
that?
think we watched it.
Yeah, we
Zio
watched it
jumped
together.
off the fucking top of
Yeah,
it.
we watched it together.
Yeah. So
I commented on it, so like I said, I cleaned my house up. If they're gonna be here in my house, I got to clean it up.
Oh God.
if that's a Sunday, then I don't know because I'll be on thirds.
I got 3 laughs. I'll take it.
Um,
I said it on Facebook. It was funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Fuck it is. All right, whatever. We had another match. Oh yeah, Roman Cesaro.
Who could win that match?
I wonder what that decision
Man.
is. Roman Reigns.
So many question marks for that match.
So we'll put the one question up. Do you think the Usos play a role? What role do you think they'll play? And could they possibly cost Roman the title here?
Good questions. You started off.
Right now with Jimmy, I think he's like a tweener for me. He wants to join him, but then when he doesn't, he made it clear to Roman last week, hey, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. I'm going to do
He
what
said
I
I'm
want
not
to
your
do.
bitch.
Exactly
He did.
what he said.
Fuck you. I won't do what you
So-
tell me.
And then last week on SmackDown, he's seen he was helping his brother. When it comes to his brother, he's saving him.
Sure.
So I don't know. He may put his differences aside to help Roman. I don't know. I think he's trying to get Jay against Roman.
He jumped in the ring
Yeah, he
when
did.
Cesaro was whipping ass
He
and
did.
took an ass whipping too. So
And Jimmy was attacking him. So it's I don't.
He showed loyalty to Jay.
He did. Yep, not Roman.
yeah,
Yep.
that's what they're playing. He's like, I'm your brother.
Right.
You're my cousin.
I really liked how they brought up the fact because I was watching SmackDown in the living room and then Danae came down. And when I need to bitch, I'll just tell her she doesn't give a shit, but I need to, throw it out there.
Verbally say
verbally.
And I was saying last because this is back when this was the beginning of the show when they were fucking shaking hands, Jimmy and Roman. I'm like, last time they were on TV together, Reigns was beating the fuck out of both of them.
He was.
That's bullshit. Like, as an adult man, I'm gonna fucking kill you, whether you're my cousin, brother, or whatever, And then, but I liked how Reigns said, we already worked it out. We moved on.
I like how he brought that up.
Too.
He did.
And that, because that's what I was bitching. And then later they brought it up. I'm like, okay, cool. My piss went down when they acknowledged it. I hate when they don't acknowledge things. Like how Reigns gets mad when they don't acknowledge him. I get pissed when they don't
Roman
acknowledge
gets mad
history
if they don't acknowledge it
of wrestling. So I was glad that they acknowledged him. Like, all right, now we're on the same page. Now I'm cool with what happens next.
Roman appreciates we acknowledge him, but
you got to bring up the past to get to the future.
Obviously, Jimmy, we can tell he's still bitter from it. He's still bitter.
He beat the fuck out of him. He should be bitter.
Yeah, he should be.
But I liked how Reigns said, your brother and I moved on. Now, that's realistic because guys do that shit. Yep. We'll fight. We'll punch each other in the face.
They've been at the top of SmackDown ever since.
And then we'll move on from it. And that's what guys do. I feel like girls, no offense, but girls are
I don't take it personally.
more catty. They hate each other. Guys are very easy. We can hate each other, punch each other in the face, have a beer, be cool.
Girls are dramatic. They do.
Historically, right?
They are.
So, so it is believable to a sense that Jay and Reigns moved on, even though Reigns did. It was hard to watch that.
That was hard. And Roman kept saying, I love you and all that stuff. That was like so weird. It was like really hard to watch.
I think people forget how good that match was.
It was very good.
That Hell in a Cell was amazing.
Jay shined in that match.
He did.
But I liked how Jimmy brought it up. And also one thing I want to talk to you guys about too. We kept for the past couple of months, we kept bringing up, when's Jimmy going to come back? Oh, he's going to come out and interfere here or interfere here. But they didn't do that. They just introduced him.
And he said, I eliminated Daniel Bryan. I got to take his spot.
I like that a lot. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, you know what? It's different. I like
He's like, I opened up a spot on the roster. You can come back now.
I liked that. I thought that was a really cool.
It was different.
It worked.
Shit they haven't done before.
And it worked with that storyline. Like, I was like, I wanted to bitch about it, but like, actually, it makes sense. Open up a spot. We got rid of one guy, brought in. Yeah. I
feel like they're getting ready to do something really big with this. I had to Google something real quick. So like, I got Roman. I think we all got Roman. Cesaro put up a great fight. He'll lose dirty somehow. Uso interference or
some
Seth
kind
or
of interference, right?
It'll be great. I'm really excited to watch Cesaro in this match. It's going to be a very great match. Sure. I think Cesaro's going to be the biggest star of this night. Easily. I think he'll shine the brightest, even though he will. I don't think he'll leave with the belt.
I think he won't, but I think he might make Reigns tap when the ref's not
looking or something. Or like hit the neutralizer to have the pin, and then they pull him out at 2 or something.
It's like, because
Roman just has too much. He's got Paul, he's got both Usos. Like,
but they made a big deal about when Bryan made Reigns tap on the ramp.
Yeah.
But that wasn't in a match, so it doesn't really matter. But if Reigns taps in a match, that's a bigger impact. Even, if the ref won't be looking, but he can still go back and say, I made you tap in the ring, unlike Bryan, who made you tap on the ramp. So, it's, you know what I'm saying by that? Like, I think Cesaro will have to go one step further than what Bryan did. So either have him pinned but not win, or tap and not pin. But I think tapping is a bigger accomplishment.
Yeah. I think it'll be the best match of the night.
For sure.
There's still
absolutely.
some stuff that will probably be added. I don't expect them to keep Apollo off the card. I think Sheamus could maybe fight Carrillo since he got hurt on Raw and they had a
I hate to ask this. I sound like an asshole. Apollo Crews is the Nigerian guy, right? All right. Not Cedric Alexander.
No.
I get those two mixed up.
Different people.
All right.
Different show.
Let's make sure.
And different. Yeah, different.
So,
all right.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
My excitement's like at 3. So
I'll
probably give it next week. I'll probably sit here and be like, give it a 7.
Sure.
Because my expectations are very high.
The matches will be fine.
Like Mania, my expectations were sky high, and I was kind of disappointed a little bit. But that's typically what happens. If you go in thinking shit's gonna be balls to the wall, it probably won't live up to it.
That's
why I'm like, man, my birthday's gonna suck. And I was like, man, this is great. Because I keep
Well,
It's like the girls I date. Just keep that bar
oh
low.
gosh.
Yeah, even low. The last best Mania was 30, and since then they've been here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I wish the Mania we had last year, if there were fans, that would have been one of the top ones, I think. Last year's Mania was really good.
But I feel like it was only good because there wasn't fans. Like they really had to do things.
I know the
differently.
Firefly Funhouse might not have existed. They could have still done the.
They
I
wanted.
guess they could.
They won it. Huh?
That's fair. I'll still go back and watch both those matches.
I mean, they were
that
good.
women's fatal 4-way match, the Iconics, the Nikki and Alexa, Bailey and Sasha, and Natalia and somebody I feel like was a team or something.
Was it Lana?
That fatal 4? No, it wasn't Lana.
That was good.
But it was a fatal. That match was really good. Rhea and Charlotte was really good, even though the wrong person won. Drew and Brock. Drew got his big moment. Goldberg lost to Braun.
Gilbert.
I mean, just think they lost Roman. Yeah, because he had a
McIntyre got screwed next because he didn't get his big moment.
Like it was a very solid card.
And I agree.
Theory
debuted
at Mania because him and Andrade teamed up and lost to I think the Street Profits that year. Because remember Zelina was their manager. I still find it bizarre she's back.
I love it. I like her a lot.
I
do too. They need to put her with Alistair.
Yep.
Sure.
They need to put her with Alistair.
Yeah, I kind of do. The Boneyard match was great last year at WrestleMania, but I still wish I saw Styles versus Taker in the ring because that match still, at the end of the day, it just wasn't a match. It was
seeing our guy get buried alive.
It was a TV show.
Yeah.
So and that's why I was wrong, but I kept saying for a long time after that Taker's not done because that wasn't a match. He had to film for 8 or 12 hours.
Yep.
It was really good, but I still wish I saw Taker and Styles in the ring together. It was awesome. That would have been fun. But Taker, and maybe they could have done a really cool match, like a hardcore last man standing, no holds barred match or something. Could have been fun. But it was good, and that WrestleMania is definitely one for the history books because of the COVID factor and how they had to change things, and it was the first in maybe one of 2 2-night events. So, yeah, man. Yeah. But I still say WrestleMania 30 was the best WrestleMania of the current day wrestling.
I was just glad to have fans back. After WrestleMania, I'm terrible with remembering match cards.
Dude, they opened that show perfectly though. For weeks we were debating on what they would do, and man, just Vince coming out with the roster saying "Welcome back" was the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were bitching that we was going to hear Hogan.
Yeah, I thought that was.
We did.
So that was the Usos beat the real God, Cesaro and Swagger. Shit.
Yep.
Rybaxel.
I remember that. I remember we saw the Shield versus
that was the Daniel Bryan one. Yeah.
It was the Yes Movement. Yep.
Cesaro won under the Giant Battle Royal. The Shield beat Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Yep.
Brock beat Taker. Damn. All right.
Wow.
Cena beat Bray.
That was Taker's streak.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I mean, there's really no doubt. Fucking AJ Lee defeated everybody.
Yeah.
Oksana, Alicia Fox, Brie, Cameron, Emma, Eva Marie was there. Layla, Naomi,
dude,
Natalia.
That WrestleMania had a feel that couldn't be beat. Stone Cold, Rock, and Hogan opened the show, and Hulk Hogan said the wrong city. It was awesome. The wrong stadium.
Or Hulk and R-Truth.
Yeah.
But to go back to the bloodline real quick. I think.
And Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. But Hulk Hogan later out, and he blames Stephanie McMahon for him saying the wrong stadium because he was talking with Stephanie about something else before he went out. So it was in his head. Anyway,
that's funny.
Go ahead. I thought that was.
They need to with this thing with Tamina, how over she's been. Like at Mania, she got a pop. She had her moment where they won that match, and they probably should have won the tag titles.
Yeah, sure.
I think she's somebody that could logically join that group. She's is cousins with Roman.
She
and
is.
Usos.
Yeah.
So
she is.
If you're gonna go bloodline,
sure,
push her.
Sure,
she can feud with Bianca.
They kind of have been.
Like she's been. She's featured on TV. She just beat Reginald, right?
Yeah, her and Natty have been on TV a lot lately, like in a positive light, which is awesome.
They pushed her.
Yep. Yeah, so she's their legit cousin.
She's her cousin.
And her dad killed her mom. But anyway, no, it's true. But anyway.
Negativity.
It is negativity.
And Nia Jax is related to him as well. So she's related to Roman and them too.
Hey, don't tell them that.
Josh was not. We know Josh.
Yeah, it's I would like that. Like, the Reigns storyline, I do say it's boring a lot. And I only say it because we know it's going to happen. And,
Right.
and I'm ADD. I'm very fast paced. And everybody these days we need it, including Vince McMahon. We need it right now. And to get the heel heat that Reigns is getting is old school heel heat. So they're doing that correctly. So I can talk shit all day about Roman Reigns, but the fact is he is getting old school, traditional
He's getting
heel.
And they can keep
heat.
giving him heat. He beats Cesaro, who's if there's live fans, he'd be getting a Daniel Bryan kind of reaction to this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, they would be behind him just as much as maybe not just Daniel Bryan's like another level of love, but Cesaro would be getting a very respectable amount of fanfare.
The thing with Daniel Bryan was Daniel Bryan's the little guy who people can relate to, but nobody really can because the dude has so much talent that we can't relate to, but we think we can. Cesaro, and he can talk pretty well. Cesaro can't talk.
He's got a lot better on the mic over the years.
Yeah.
He first came in, he's pretty
Terrible,
raw,
sure.
but he got better.
He got better. Cesaro hasn't been given a lot of opportunities, and the opportunities he has been given, they're still not great, but he does
better.
So
there was a talking smack, I guess they don't script that. He went off.
Oh yeah,
and it was really good.
Give him the open mic time.
It's like the WrestleMania thing where we had the rain delay and we're watching him just cut off shoot right now.
That was good,
and they all did pretty well.
Like NASCAR.
KO destroyed it, of course, because KO. One of the most naturally gifted people on the mic they have.
He should be the big guy in my opinion, but that's a different debate, different day.
And he's going to be there a long time.
Sure.
I don't think he just seems to land ever since that Jericho angle. The Jericho thing was his big thing.
No, everybody
that
loves
doesn't
Kevin
break
Owens.
him though. Like he still can be a superstar.
I feel like
Kevin
Owens is the proof that Vince does not want people to get bigger than WWE. Because Kevin Owens could be bigger than WWE. He's been given the opportunities, and he's done it. He's proven it.
He's very good.
And then they squash it. But and honestly, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I don't want it to happen. It's not going to happen. But he is the one and only guy that if he did leave WWE to go to AEW, I would watch AEW. He's the only guy on the roster of WWE that would change channels for. Because he is that talented. We've seen it. We've seen that talent, and I love Kevin Owens. And he could be Stone Cold Steve Austin, and not in like, oh, he's going to copy Stone Cold. He just has the same charisma that Stone Cold brought to the table. And we still might see it going forward, but so far we've had two big times where he was risen, and then it was put down. So it makes me sad, because Kevin Owens is the fucking guy on WWE.
I feel like that's the feud we're going to get over the summer. KO was on Talking Smack a couple weeks ago, and he said that, yeah, Roman, you beat me like 5 times.
Yeah, he said, you remember me, right?
I'm not going at you. He's like, you needed help every single time. I'm coming for you. I feel like they could easily build Sami Zayn and KO, which we've said we think that's going to happen.
Sure.
And Sammy's so fucking good.
He is.
Can you imagine him as a big set? He doesn't change a goddamn thing.
He's awesome.
He still bitches.
Still does. With his
KO would get him over his big face just by association. So you go over the summer. I
love it.
KO's like, to get to Roman, I got to get through y'all.
Yep.
KO, Sammy versus Usos. That's the tag feud over the summer.
Absolutely.
You can throw the Mysterios in if you want for a little while. Make it a triple threat or something, and that's how they lose. Like the Usos beat the Mysterios, and then there's your feud. And then you could throw in Ziggler and Rude and I about called them fucking Private Party, and that's your fault.
I would have too.
The fucking Street Profits. You have to keep them involved because they're a very good tag team. Like you can't just put them on the back burner. Talk about a crowd reaction when they come out to a live crowd.
Sure,
and those fucking Solo Cups start flying up. Which I love the Solo Cup entrance. I think it's fucking great.
It's fun. Absolutely.
That's your tag division is going to be fantastic on SmackDown. You got Zayn and KO. The Usos are back. Which, sorry, Young Bucks. To me, the Usos is the best tag team in the world, and I've always felt this way.
They really are.
They're so good. Go back and watch New Day versus Usos Hell in a Cell and tell me that they're not.
Yeah, that match we talk about way too often is awesome. It's a great match.
And then
it's just this.
I mean, Raw's getting a little bit. I mean, AJ and Omos is interesting. RK Bro's doing RK Bro is going to make the tag division hot as fuck for the next few
The
months.
thing with RK Bro is they're not like that's not long.
But like the Viking Raiders are back, so I
Yeah.
mean that's a real tag team's back.
Sure, yeah.
Mason T-Bar. I mean,
Change
they're
your names,
there.
please.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd much rather.
The thing with Kevin Owens, though, we talking about that, I wasn't really thinking about it, but he is the one guy who could take that time before The Rock. He could believably take that belt. You know, teaming back with Zayn could be that X factor that helps prevent Usos from interfering in Heyman, and Owens could be the Rock of Roman Reigns' Triple H. They could do that.
They could. They feuded many times.
Many times.
And Roman always fucking wins. It's going to be that thing where KO just has to break through.
Mm-hmm.
It's another Money in the Bank kind of thing. Like you could literally. There's Money in the Bank this year. I think is going to be the most. We'll watch. We'll see the field and we'll be like, okay, it's going to be like every year. We're like, it's got to be this person. Even though last year we were thrown off because nobody thought Otis was winning.
Yeah, that was.
I think we all picked Daniel Bryan. And Asuka won, and I think we all picked. Actually, I might have it somewhere, but I agree. Kevin Owens,
he could be believable.
The thing about SmackDown is they make if there's one. I'm not going to say to me NXT is the show where every segment means something because they're consistently building a story to their takeovers, which is why their takeovers is always so fucking good because you're emotionally invested in. Yeah, they only have 5 matches, but they're 20 minutes long. Great story, and they all pay off.
Sure.
Or if there's a lingering thing, it's called, oh my God, LA Knight is here, aka Eli Drake's back, or Drew McIntyre's back, or Adam Cole debut. They always have some. That's when their epic debuts become.
Sure.
They debut. So
yeah,
SmackDown is so well booked that if you put them
show.
in the middle in the mid, like it would be upper because they'd be feuding with Roman, and then you have like Tamina. Talk about a fresh feuding with Bianca.
Yeah, absolutely.
That gets the Bailey Sasha thing out of the way for a while, and that freshens up all of it. Then Roman, yeah, he's still doing his. You'll bitch about his promos, but
that's what they want.
He's doing different shit. Like he's still keeping things fresh.
He's old school heel, dude.
So last year, Money in the Bank, it was Styles, Otis, Bryan, Corbin, Alistair, and Rey Mysterio. I picked Styles. Bennett picked Mysterio. Remember that guy. Yvonne picked Styles, and you picked Alistair, and we all lost. Because Otis won.
Alistair.
Braun fought Bray. We all picked Braun, except for you.
Nice.
And did Braun win? I can't remember.
I don't
Shayna. Women's Money in the Bank. Nia, Shayna, Asuka, Dana Brooke, Carmella, and Lacey Evans. We all picked Baszler except for Yvonne. She picked Carmella, and we all lost because Asuka won.
Nice.
Bailey fought Tamina for the championship there. Your boys, the Forgotten Sons, New Day, Forgotten Sons, Miz and Morrison from Lucha House Party. We all picked New Day and won. Yvonne picked Forgotten Sons.
I forgot about those guys.
Wait, no.
Drew versus Seth. Yeah, so that's funny. I kept this. This is where I won Money in the Bank because Bennett lost a tiebreaker, which was cash in. And there was no cash in because Money in the Bank was the main event. So fuck you, Bennett. Bennett's never been seen since. That's what I do. I write people off.
Is that right?
He tried to sign with AEW, and they're like, dude, you're not pathetic enough.
Oh, good Lord.
Like, I know that's what Ryback tried to do. Like, they came out and
they kept voting retired. Did you see he made another poll?
Yeah, that's got to be fake. That's got to be.
So you made like 3 more, and they're like, yeah.
He's fucking with us. So the first poll was definitely real. And then after that, he just tried getting a riot, and we're like, dude, you're pathetic.
People are yelling at me for stealing their memes right now.
No, don't be a meme stealer. So so is that all of our predictions for Backlash?
That's it. 6 matches.
So are our sheets the same?
She got Rhea,
but you and I, we gotta find a tiebreaker. We got a triple threat match, right? So we can be the same two probably.
No, Nia, Shayna, they're not defending their belt.
We gotta find a tiebreaker. But anyway, before we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
let's see if more matches come out tomorrow too. Because they're not going to keep Apollo and RK.
Yes,
granted, RK Bro's going to win. So like whoever they fight, they're winning.
Yes, SmackDown.
Apollo. They're going to have to add something tomorrow. Before we go, is there anything advertised for SmackDown? It's their go home show. I figure they have to do something.
Well, then they advertised like three trailers for last week's weird.
Tomorrow's not 4/16. What's tomorrow's
SmackDown
date?
14th. Yeah, 5/14.
Yeah, that's right. Because Saturday be a week. Okay. For tomorrow. Oh shit. Carmella versus Liv Morgan. This will get the people going. Shayna and Nia versus Tamina and Natalya
Again.
for the women's tag team championships.
Fun.
Because Carmella beat Ruby Riott last week.
All right. Well,
She did.
Cesaro and Roman, I'm sure it's going to come face to face.
Mhm.
You get more with Apollo and Zayn and Biggie and KO.
Probably more of Jimmy, too.
They're just gonna be doing their I'm gonna beat you, then they punch. That kind of stuff.
SmackDown, it's been good.
I like
To me, it's
SmackDown.
NXT, SmackDown, then way down there.
Me too.
I mean, I fast forward very little of SmackDown. I fast forward very much of Raw.
I do.
So
And that's with Hulu cutting out most of it on top already.
facts. Dude, I
That's
probably watched Raw in like 40 minutes.
I really wish one day they would have NXT. Just take it for one night.
Right.
I'd much rather watch 3 hours of NXT.
So
I'm saying,
would I.
like, could they fill
Mhm.
3? They probably could.
Oh,
Their
good.
takeovers do.
I mean,
Yeah,
Raw
they do.
does. I mean, but granted, all Raw
Just-
does is to show promos
Well, you
of
know,
last week.
NXT just did takeovers on TV.
Sure.
Remember, like you even watch those.
Yeah.
That takeover would have done massive on a Monday Night Raw. Walter
Sure.
and Ciampa, Cole and O'Reilly. You'd have to throw all that shit onto one
Mhm.
card.
I just remember the last NXT in your house was our first RSH watch along.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Cool.
It was like we were getting ready to.
Charlotte was on it.
Sounds right.
She was. She
You're
lost.
awfully excited for
And
some
she
of that
lost.
picks. Or,
Yeah, I know. I was,
Hey,
he was
dude,
excited
damn,
about it.
Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole is the main event.
Ew, not him.
Karrion
Gross.
Cross beat Ciampa.
Speaking of
That's
sexual
when
harassment,
that was Karrion Cross's
Yeah, I get
first
to-
match
yeah.
in NXT.
that's crazy.
He squashed Ciampa. Remember?
I
He
do remember.
He did.
Adam Cole beat Velveteen Dream. Keith Lee, remember him? Beat Johnny Gargano. Finn Balor beat Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and
Mhm.
Tegan Knox beat Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, got Raquel Gonzalez. Now
Yeah.
she's champ.
She is champ. Yep.
It's funny how a year goes by. Io
Mhm.
Shirai beat Charlotte and Rhea Ripley.
Yep, she did.
Rhea Ripley just can't win triple threats at Charlotte.
She
or anything.
can't.
That's her nemesis.
And that'll continue
That's why
Sunday.
I picked her if she's gonna get her
And I'm
revenge
gonna keep my
on
belt.
Charlotte.
on my birthday. You know
I'm
how
gonna
sad I'd be
take
if I
that
lost my
You're
belt
going to with Charlotte.
2 days
I'm
before
sorry.
my birthday.
We won't have to imagine. We're gonna see
gonna
it
see it.
And you
firsthand.
show up with my belt.
And it's gonna be more funny because
I have to throw
Charlotte's
beer
gonna be
bottles
the
at your face.
Charlotte's gonna be the reason why you
Throw it
lose
around.
it, and it's gonna
Wear
go
like have it
right
around
here.
your neck like an arrogant prick.
Fine.
Like Riddle. Carry what's up, bro?
I'll have shoes on, but
Exactly.
Right. I'm digging the scooter. I feel like Razor has to appreciate Riddle. I feel like they've
So
sold
dumb.
at least a couple more scooters since that's
I
happened.
mean that scooter is so dumb, but it fits and it makes.
Aren't
sense.
you ready for the WWE custom scooters
It's gonna happen.
with like Riddle on it?
and people will buy
Look,
them.
if you type in scooter, the first thing that
It's
pops
Riddle.
up is Matt Riddle.
That's unreal.
And it's his
Oh,
botch. Look.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that's a meme.
Do they still? That's pretty funny. Do they still call him Matt Riddle? Because on Raw they didn't ask him as Riddle.
Yeah,
They
they,
just say
they've been
Riddle.
calling him Riddle.
But is he Matt though?
No, he's just
He
Riddle.
just Riddle. All right.
I'm
I wasn't
saying
sure.
this to myself. Dude,
He's got wears no shoes. We get that.
oh my God, this is great. Look, you guys can't see it, but this meme, her mouth.
Sorry for you audio guys. He's over here jizzing over a picture of Matt Riddle.
Oh my God.
But
Now-
You're not a woman.
You're slightly taking it out of context.
He's gonna. Be,
only slightly.
you're gonna be confident now, and then when Rhea wins, I'll wear my Rhea Ripley shirt next week. Because it.
I'm not giving the belt to you.
All right, guys. I think that's all we have
I
tonight
refuse.
for this edition of
Picture.
regularly scheduled hostilities.
Yep.
So be sure to check us out next week and
Mhm.
see who is actually coming into next week as the RSH Heavyweight Champion of the World. Predictions determined at WrestleMania Backlash. And what was that? Who?
I was trying to do that. Who? I don't know. I'm not doing it.
I dig it.
I'm being
dig it.
sarcastic.
I dig it. My favorite thing is that we've both talked about AEW, and Yvonne here, for you audio listeners, is wearing a
Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Badass. I like it.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, that's all we got. Be sure to check out all of the past RSH episodes if you haven't listened to them all. Be sure to listen to all of us going forward every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't watch it live, you can always listen to the audio versions or play us back on whatthebuzz.com. You follow us at The Buzz on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow myself at Ben Lovin, Josh DeBoard at JDBoard, something numbers. I don't know. And what's your Twitter?
Yvonne Endeboard.
Or you can follow the podcast. That's where you should be at RSH Wrestling, which is right there on the screen for you visual listeners.
Yep.
But for you audio listeners, at RSH Wrestling. Spell it as you would hear it. And that's all we got.
Yeah, episode. So we're next week's 97.
Shit, so we're 4 weeks away from 100th.
That should be my meme when we're 4 weeks away from episode 100.
That's a big deal.
Look at Oscar.
I like it.
God, that one's gonna. I'm getting a shirt made with that on there.
I like it.
That's just it. This picture.
Oh my gosh.
I dig it.
Sorry, audio listeners. Go to Facebook and watch our shit.
You're too distracted.
No,
aren't
go
you?
to Google, type in WWE scooters, go to images, and it's the first picture.
I dig it.
Are you?
And it also will be on all my social media here within an hour with multiple memes about it.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about what Josh. Yep. Mhm.
All right,
I have
guys.
to crop my face on Riddles.
Fuck Riddle. All right, hope you all
Wait.
enjoyed.
That's your boy.
He's cool.
If he wears more shoes like a grown up, we'd like him.
I
more,
still
but-
recommend yoga socks, but that's just me.
or
Anyway,
actual shoes that tie.
hope you all enjoyed the show.
Oh,
And
God.
as I usually say, if you didn't, fuck you. This is your own fault. We're 2 hours in. So until next time, continue to fear regularly.